Welcome to Quiet Lives. Before we drift into tonight's journey, if you find sanctuary here, please consider subscribing to join our community of rest. I would love to know which corner of the world you are finding peace in tonight, and what hour it is where you are. Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Now, let's begin. The first gentle awareness arrives as the cool, smooth whisper of silk brushes against your cheek, a sensation so delicate it feels like a memory. A soft golden light, filtered and diffused by the finest sheer fabric, bathes the room in an amber glow that is both deeply comforting and subtly invigorating. You are not rushing into the day, but rather unfolding into it, like a precious bloom opening slowly to the morning sun. You lie still for a moment longer, allowing the profound quiet to settle around you. Your fingers, still heavy with the lingering embrace of deep sleep, slowly begin to unfurl, subtly pressing into the weave of the pillowcase. You feel the delicate, almost imperceptible pattern of the high thread count fabric beneath your fingertips, a subtle ridge, a soft valley, repeating with perfect precision. The subtle, clean scent of fine linen, mingled with a faint, almost ethereal floral note from a distant arrangement of fresh blooms, drifts through the air, a breath of pure morning freshness that invigorates your senses without demanding attention. You become aware of the comforting yet light weight of the duvet, a presence that holds you in its soft, downy embrace, perfectly warm without ever feeling restrictive. It is a cocoon of understated luxury. A languid stretch begins, an almost imperceptible lengthening of your body. You feel the gentle pull in your shoulders, the slow extension through your spine. The sound is barely there, a hushed symphony of textiles, the softest rustle of the silk sheets as they yield to your movement, the slight sigh of the pillow as your head subtly shifts. Your gaze, unhurried, drifts towards the large windows, where the golden light is most concentrated, painting the sheer curtains with a luminous, almost liquid glow. Within these luminous shafts, tiny dust motes, like forgotten stars, dance silently and gracefully, suspended in the perfectly still air, catching the light in their slow, hypnotic ballet. Each particle seems to hold its own tiny universe of light. A deep, slow breath expands your lungs, filling your chest with a sense of quiet renewal that starts from within. You feel the cool, clean air against your nostrils, soft and pure, carrying no harshness, only the promise of a serene day. As you exhale slowly, completely, you notice the subtle rhythm of your own breathing, a gentle wave ebbing and flowing. The only sound from beyond your immediate private space is the distant, almost imperceptible hum of the city beginning its gentle awakening, a low, rhythmic thrum, far away, that adds to the profound sense of peace rather than disrupting it. It is a world moving, but you are perfectly still, perfectly centered in this moment. Your eyes, now fully open but still soft with tranquility, begin to trace the elegant curve of a meticulously crafted molding along the high ceiling, or perhaps the intricate, subtle grain of a polished wood panel across the room. Every detail in this space speaks of considered design, of quiet luxury and timeless craftsmanship. There is no urgency here, no demand for your attention, only the unfolding of this tranquil morning at its own unhurried pace. The world outside can wait. You allow yourself to simply be suspended in this perfect, enveloping golden light, feeling the deep, soft comfort all around you. This quiet beginning is all that matters right now. The subtle coolness of the morning air gently greets you as you step from the warmth of your bedroom onto the expansive terrace, a quiet transition from the soft, diffused light you just left. You pause just inside the threshold of the tall glass doors, allowing the fresh, clean air to invigorate your senses, a stark yet pleasant contrast to the still, enveloped warmth of the silk sheets you awoke in moments ago. A faint, clean scent of dew-kissed stone and distant green foliage from the city's parks drifts on the gentle breeze, a quiet promise of the day ahead. A soft, cashmere robe, draped elegantly over the back of a nearby chaise lounge, invites your touch with its promise of comfort. Its finely spun fibers yield with a subtle grace as you gather it around you, feeling its gentle weight settle comfortably on your shoulders, a light, comforting embrace. The fabric whispers against itself with a hushed, almost imperceptible sound as you move, a soft accompaniment to your unhurried steps towards the edge of the terrace. The cool, smooth surface of the polished stone tiles beneath your bare feet provides a grounding sensation, each step a deliberate, quiet connection to the moment. A low, elegant table, perfectly set, with gleaming silver and delicate porcelain, awaits your presence. You choose a deep, cushioned armchair, its woven surface offering a gentle, yielding resistance as you slowly settle into its contours. The material is smooth and cool beneath your hand, a refined texture that speaks of meticulous craftsmanship. Your gaze sweeps across the panoramic view, the city beginning its quiet, steady awakening below you, a vast, tranquil canvas stretching towards the horizon. The first rays of sun, now a brighter, more direct gold than in your room, begin to catch on the distant glass towers, making them glint like scattered, brilliant diamonds, each reflecting a tiny piece of the morning light. Before you, the bespoke breakfast array is a study in quiet perfection and thoughtful presentation. A delicate ceramic cloche, its surface subtly warm to the touch, covers a selection of warm pastries, their subtle fragrance already hinting at layers of butter and almond, a comforting aroma that gently fills the crisp air. Beside it, a small, slender silver pitcher holds freshly squeezed orange juice, its vibrant, natural hue catching the light, promising a burst of clean, refreshing taste. A single perfectly ripe berry, still glistening with a tiny, almost invisible film of morning dew, rests on the edge of a small plate, a tiny jewel of nature's artistry. The fine-bone china, with its almost translucent quality, feels cool and smooth as your fingers lightly brush its rim, a testament to its delicate strength. You reach for the elegant, slender teapot, its polished, silvered surface reflecting the soft morning light. The handle is balanced, cool and firm in your grasp, perfectly weighted. As you slowly tilt it, a thin, steady stream of amber-hued Ceylon tea pours into your cup, filling the air with its delicate, earthy aroma, a comforting warmth. The liquid makes a soft, almost imperceptible murmur as it meets the porcelain, a gentle sound of quiet anticipation. A wisp of steam rises gracefully from the surface of the tea, curling upwards before dissolving into the crisp, cool air, carrying with it the subtle fragrance of the leaves. With a small silver fork, you gently lift a segment of a perfectly baked croissant from beneath the cloche. The delicate outer layers flake away with an almost silent crispness, revealing the soft, airy interior. You bring it slowly to your lips, noticing the subtle warmth still lingering within the pastry. The taste is a revelation. The delicate sweetness of butter, the faint comforting hint of yeast, the subtle saltiness, all melting on your tongue. The crisp morning air of the terrace gives way to a deeper, hushed coolness as you step through the grand entrance of the gallery, leaving the city's gentle hum behind. The massive, polished bronze door, heavy with history and craftsmanship, closes behind you with a soft, almost reverent sigh, sealing you within a tranquil realm of quiet contemplation. Your footsteps, once light on the warm stone tiles of the terrace, now meet the smooth, cool expanse of polished marble within, the sound barely a whisper that dissipates almost instantly into the vast, enveloping silence. The air within the gallery holds a unique, almost sacred stillness, faintly scented with the subtle aroma of aged canvas and a hint of beeswax polish from the meticulously cared-for wooden elements that frame some of the larger pieces. Natural light, though abundant, is expertly diffused, pouring in from a series of high, vaulted skylights, softening every edge and creating an ethereal, even wash of illumination that bathes the pristine white walls. You find yourself standing in a vast, uncluttered hall, the immense space a testament to quiet grandeur, each piece of art given its own generous breath and ample room to simply be. Your eyes slowly adjust to this gentle, even light, noticing how it subtly alters the perception of depth and form. Your gaze is gently drawn to a large, abstract canvas positioned centrally on a far wall, its muted, earthy tones of ochre, slate, and charcoal, inviting a closer, more patient look. You approach slowly, deliberately, the soft soles of your bespoke leather shoes making no sound on the expansive, marble floor, a faint, almost imperceptible sheen reflecting the diffused light. As you draw nearer, the intricate texture of the paint becomes visible, the subtle impasto, where layers of pigment rise ever so slightly from the canvas, catching the light in tiny, almost hidden facets. You lean in slightly, just enough to discern the almost imperceptible, interwoven brushstrokes, each one a silent record of the artist's hand, a deliberate movement frozen in time. The soft, diffuse light plays across the surface of the painting, revealing tiny variations in its texture, creating a quiet depth that draws you in without demanding, allowing your eye to linger, to simply absorb. Turning gently, with a slow, considered movement, you shift your attention towards a slender pedestal supporting a bronze sculpture, its surface gleaming with a deep, almost liquid luster, a rich, dark patina. Your fingers, without quite touching, trace the air around its smooth, cool curves, imagining the weight and density of the metal, the way it would feel beneath your palm. The subtle, consistent hum of the gallery's meticulously maintained climate control system is barely audible, a low, rhythmic murmur that blends seamlessly into the quiet, a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the preservation of these precious works. You notice a faint, metallic scent, almost imperceptible, emanating from the bronze, a whisper of its ancient origins, a fleeting reminder of the earth from which it came. A lone, impeccably dressed attendant, positioned far in the distance at the end of a long corridor, shifts their weight with a soft, almost inaudible rustling sound of tailored fabric, a fleeting, almost ghost-like presence in your periphery, their quiet vigilance a part of the gallery's silent rhythm. You then drift, with unhurried grace, towards a collection of smaller framed charcoal sketches arranged with precise spacing on a muted gray wall. Their delicate lines and subtle shading offer a stark, intimate contrast to the grand scale of the earlier larger pieces. Each drawing, rendered with meticulous care, tells a miniature story, a fleeting moment captured and frozen in time. The morning light, still, soft, and even, illuminates the small charcoal sketch that has drawn your attention repeatedly. Its quiet strength now a gentle pull in the vast, serene space of the gallery. You find yourself standing before it once more. The intricate interplay of light and shadow on the aged paper, holding a particular resonance, a subtle echo of something deeply familiar, yet wonderfully new. The cool, smooth marble floor beneath your feet provides a steady anchor, a constant reminder of the gallery's tranquil foundation. You lean in ever so slightly, allowing your eyes to trace the delicate, almost feathery lines of the charcoal, noticing how the artist captured the fleeting emotion with such understated precision. The texture of the antique paper, visible just beneath the protective, non-reflective glass, seems to hold generations of stories within its subtle imperfections. You observe a faint, almost imperceptible whisper of graphite dust clinging to the inner edge of the custom-made frame, a tiny detail speaking of the artwork's tangible presence, its history. The air around you remains perfectly still, carrying only the faintest hint of that unique gallery scent, a quiet blend of old wood, canvas, and a subtle, almost academic dust. From your periphery, a gentle movement. A gallery assistant, impeccably dressed in dark, tailored fabric, approaches with a soft, almost soundless tread, their presence a quiet, respectful acknowledgement rather than an intrusion. They stop a discreet distance away, a subtle inclination of their head, their gaze understanding, unhurried. There is no need for words, only a shared appreciation for the stillness and the art. The soft light from the skylights catches for a moment on the polished surface of their watch, a fleeting glint that quickly disappears. With a graceful, unhurried gesture, the assistant extends a slender, leather-bound portfolio towards you. The rich, dark leather feels cool and supple beneath your fingertips as you gently take it, the subtle, earthy scent of fine leather rising delicately. The pages within, made of heavy, archival paper, turn with a soft, almost papery sigh as you open it, revealing detailed provenance and the artist's notes. Each page is a testament to careful curation, the quiet rustle of the paper, the only sound in the vast hall, a delicate counterpoint to the profound silence. Your fingers trace the embossed lettering on the first page, feeling the subtle raised texture against your skin. You close the portfolio with the same unhurried grace, the soft click of the magnetic clasp almost imperceptible, yet definitive. Your gaze returns to the charcoal sketch, a quiet certainty settling within you. A subtle, almost imperceptible nod to the assistant conveys your decision, a silent agreement understood without a single spoken word. They offer a faint, knowing smile, a quiet acknowledgement of shared taste and appreciation for beauty. The entire interaction is a dance of subtle gestures and shared understanding, unfolding with a natural, unhurried elegance. A soft, almost imperceptible clearing of the assistant's throat, a delicate, polite sound, draws your attention to a small, polished wooden box they now hold. They open it with a gentle movement, revealing a slender, silver-tipped pen, resting on a bed of dark velvet. The pen glints softly in the ambient light, its weight and balance evident even from a slight distance. You feel the smooth, cool metal of the pen as you take it, its subtle weight, a comforting presence in your hand. With a slow, deliberate motion, you affix your signature to the final document within the portfolio. The soft scratch of the pen on the thick paper, a precise, almost meditative sound, a quiet punctuation to the moment of acquisition. The sketch, now officially a part of your private collection, seems to glow with a new, subtle energy, a quiet anticipation of its new home, The hushed, cool air of the gallery, still lingering in your memory, gently gives way to the expansive warmth of a sun-drenched afternoon as you step onto the winding gravel path of your vineyard estate. The transition is seamless, from the quiet contemplation of art to the vibrant, yet equally tranquil, embrace of nature. The sun, now high and golden, bathes the landscape in a soft, generous light. A comforting warmth on your skin that feels both invigorating and deeply soothing after the controlled environment of the exhibition halls. A rich, earthy scent, mingled with the subtle, sweet fragrance of ripening grapes and dry, sun-baked leaves, rises from the soil, enveloping you in the unique aroma of the land. Your steps are unhurried, deliberate, as the finely crushed gravel beneath your bespoke leather loafers gives a soft, almost rhythmic crunch with each movement, a grounding sound that connects you intimately to the terrain. You follow a narrow, well-maintained path that weaves gracefully between meticulously ordered rows of grapevines, each one a testament to careful cultivation and generations of dedication. The air around you is still, save for a faint, almost imperceptible breeze that rustles through the broad green leaves of the vines, creating a delicate whispering sound that dances gently on the edge of hearing, a natural melody. You reach out a hand, allowing your fingers to lightly brush against the broad, slightly rough surface of a vine leaf, feeling its dry, matte texture, the subtle veins visible beneath your touch. The leaf, warmed by the afternoon sun, holds a surprising resilience, a quiet strength. Your gaze drifts along the length of the vine, following its gnarled, ancient trunk, observing the way it gracefully twists and turns, each curve telling a silent story of growth and time. You notice the tiny tendrils, delicate and spiraling, reaching out with an almost sentient grace, clinging gently to their support wires, a testament to the vine's persistent, quiet ambition. The light catches on a faint, almost invisible fuzz on the underside of a leaf, a micro-detail that speaks of the plant's intricate design. Further along the row, plump clusters of grapes hang heavy and abundant, their smooth, taut skins glowing with a subtle, almost translucent quality in the golden light. You observe the gentle, powdery bloom that covers each individual berry, a delicate, protective layer that hints at their inherent sweetness and the careful attention they receive. The colors vary subtly, from a deep, rich purple on the sun-exposed side to a softer, almost dusky blue where they are nestled in the shade, creating a quiet spectrum of natural beauty. You lean in slightly, allowing the faint, sweet, and slightly tart aroma of the fruit to reach you, a promise of the rich, complex flavors yet to come. The soft, distant hum of a solitary bee, a tiny, industrious sound, drifts from somewhere within the verdant canopy, a gentle accompaniment to the afternoon's stillness. You pause, allowing yourself a moment of pure, unadulterated observation. The rows of vines stretch out before you, an endless, undulating pattern of green and brown, receding gracefully into the soft, hazy distance, where the horizon meets the pale blue of the afternoon sky. The sense of order, of quiet purpose, is deeply calming. You notice the subtle shadows lengthening, stretching out from the base of each vine, painting soft, dark stripes across the warm earth. A slow, gentle progression of the afternoon. The warmth of the sun remains constant on your shoulders, a gentle, pervasive embrace. A distant, almost inaudible rhythmic sound of a tractor working far off in another section of the estate provides a subtle, grounding counterpoint, a quiet reminder of ongoing, peaceful work, yet it never intrudes on your personal space of tranquility. The generous warmth of the afternoon sun, which had settled so comfortably on your shoulders during your vineyard stroll, begins to recede as you approach a low, unassuming stone archway, almost hidden amidst a thicket of ancient ivy. A distinct, cool breath of air, carrying the deep, earthy scent of damp stone and a subtle, rich aroma of aged oak, drifts from the shadowed opening, a clear invitation to a different, deeper kind of tranquility. This cool promise is a welcome counterpoint to the golden warmth you just experienced, a seamless transition from the vibrant outer world to a hidden, quiet sanctuary. A heavy, dark oak door, bound with thick, blackened iron straps, stands sentinel within the archway. Your fingers reach for the large, cool iron handle, feeling its substantial weight and the slight, reassuring roughness of its ancient texture. The wood of the door, weathered by centuries, feels solid and unyielding beneath your touch, a quiet testament to its enduring strength. With a slow, deliberate pull, the door yields, opening inwards with a deep, resonant creak that echoes softly for a moment in the sudden, profound silence, a sound that feels both ancient and perfectly natural. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper of disturbed dust floats in the sliver of light that now penetrates the darkness beyond. You step over the worn stone threshold, leaving the bright afternoon light behind, and begin your slow descent down a series of wide, shallow stone steps. Each step is worn smooth and concave in the center from generations of quiet passage, a subtle history etched into the very rock. The air grows noticeably cooler with every step, a refreshing embrace after the sun's warmth, settling around you like a soft, invisible cloak. The scent intensifies, a complex bouquet of damp earth, rich oak, and the faint, sweet tang of fermenting fruit, a unique perfume of time and terroir. Your footsteps, now muffled by the dense, cool air, make only the softest, most respectful sound against the ancient stone. The passage opens into a vast, cavernous space carved directly into the bedrock, with a dim, amber glow of strategically placed, low-wattage lighting creates long, dancing shadows that play across the rough-hewn stone walls. The light is just enough to guide your way, yet soft enough to preserve the profound, almost sacred darkness that has protected these treasures for so long. The silence here is absolute, a deep, pervasive quiet, broken only by the almost imperceptible, rhythmic drip of condensation from a distant, unseen corner, a tiny, liquid chime that echoes with surprising clarity in the stillness. Rows upon rows of dusty, dark green and brown bottles stretch out before you, nestled in their custom-made wooden cradles, each one a silent guardian of a specific vintage, a captured moment in time. The air around them is perfectly still, cool, and humid, the ideal conditions for their slow, graceful maturation. You walk slowly along the narrow earthen path between the racks, your hand reaching out to lightly trace the smooth, cool glass of a bottle, feeling the fine, almost velvety layer of dust that coats its surface. The subtle texture of the aged paper label, with its elegant, faded script, offers a fleeting connection to its origin, its story. Further within the cellar, massive oak barrels, dark and imposing, line one of the larger alcoves, their rounded forms casting deep, comforting shadows. The rich, woody scent of the oak is stronger here, mingled with the deeper, more complex aroma of maturing wine, a subtle fragrance of vanilla, spice, and dark fruit that permeates the cool air. You observe the faint, almost invisible sheen of moisture on the ancient wood, a testament to the cellar's constant perfect humidity. A small, almost imperceptible wooden spigot, dark with age, protrudes from one of the barrels, a silent promise of the liquid gold within. The soft, diffused warmth of the late afternoon sun, a gentle echo of the vineyard's embrace, now paints the grand windows of your library in hues of deepening gold and soft rose. You step from the cooler, earthy air of the outside world, a subtle transition from the vast open spaces, into the rich, enveloping quiet of this cherished room, leaving behind the lingering scent of damp earth and ripening grapes. The air here holds a different kind of stillness, a profound quiet that seems to absorb all external sounds, inviting a deeper sense of peace. The heavy hand-carved oak door to your library closes behind you with a soft, satisfying thud, a sound that seals away the last whispers of the day and welcomes you into a different kind of sanctuary. Immediately the air shifts, becoming noticeably warmer, richer, imbued with the deep, comforting scent of aged leather, polished wood, and the faint, sweet aroma of old paper, a complex perfume that speaks of knowledge and time. Your fingers linger for a moment on the cool, smooth surface of the brass handle before slowly releasing it, feeling the subtle weight of the door as it settles perfectly into its ancient frame. A quiet, reassuring click. Your eyes slowly adjust to the room's gentle, deepening light. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, crafted from dark, lustrous cherry wood, line the walls, stretching upwards towards a coffered ceiling, each panel a testament to meticulous craftsmanship and timeless elegance. The last rays of the setting sun slant through the tall, leaded glass windows, casting long, peaceful shadows across the plush Persian rug that covers the polished parquet floor. You notice the subtle dust motes, like tiny golden specks, dancing in these fading shafts of light, performing a slow, silent ballet in the perfectly still air, catching the light in their gentle, unhurried descent. The room feels expansive, yet incredibly intimate, a quiet haven of accumulated wisdom and profound comfort. You move with an unhurried grace towards a deep, generously proportioned leather armchair, positioned invitingly near the grand carved stone fireplace. The rich, dark brown leather of the armchair, softened by years of quiet use, feels cool and smooth as your hand brushes its surface, promising a comforting embrace. As you slowly sink into its depths, the cushions yield with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, cradling you gently within their contours. The subtle creak of the aged leather is a familiar, soothing sound, a quiet welcome that resonates with the room's enduring character. From the hearth, a low, gentle crackle begins, as if a preset fire has just been coaxed to life by a silent attendant, the warmth already beginning to emanate, subtly chasing away any lingering coolness from your earlier visit to the wine cellar. Your gaze drifts along the spines of the books on the nearest shelf, a silent invitation to explore their worlds. Your fingers, with a delicate touch, trace the embossed gold lettering on a particularly well-loved volume, feeling the subtle raised texture of the title and the fine, smooth grain of its leather binding. The faint, papery scent of its pages, a blend of wisdom and history, reaches you as you slowly slide it from its place, the gentle friction of paper against wood, a quiet, almost meditative sound. On a small, polished side table within easy reach, the bottle of selected vintage wine, still cool from the cellar, rests quietly, its dark glass catching the fire's nascent glow, a silent promise for later enjoyment, perfectly placed for its unhurried decantation. The soft clink of the bottle against the coaster is barely audible, a gentle punctuation in the deepening quiet. The room settles around you, bathed in the soft, flickering light of the nascent fire and the fading glow from the tall windows. The deep, comforting scent of aged leather and old paper, already present in the library, intensifies as you carefully settle the rare, leather-bound manuscript onto your lap, its substantial weight a grounding presence against the soft, luxurious fabric of your robe. The flickering, golden light from the slowly crackling fireplace, a gentle warmth emanating from the hearth, dances across the rich, dark brown cover, illuminating the subtle imperfections and the finely embossed gold tooling that has graced its surface for centuries. The cool, smooth surface of the leather, with its faint, almost imperceptible grain, feels robust and enduring beneath your fingertips, a silent testament to countless hands that have held it before. You take a slow, deep breath, allowing the profound quiet of the room to settle even deeper around you, absorbing the faint, almost rhythmic crackle of the fire and the distant, hushed hum of the estate. Your fingers, with deliberate slowness, trace the delicate, raised patterns of the ancient binding, feeling the subtle contours of the leather, each ridge and valley telling a silent story of its long journey through time. The air around you is perfectly still, carrying only the rich, comforting fragrance of old parchment and the subtle, earthy scent of the fireplace's burning oak, a perfect blend of history and comfort. With a gentle, almost reverent touch, you reach for the intricate brass clasp that secures the manuscript. The cool, smooth metal yields with a soft, almost inaudible click as you delicately unfasten it, a sound so subtle it might almost be imagined, yet perfectly clear in the surrounding silence. The cover, heavy and substantial, opens with a slow, deliberate motion, revealing the first, beautifully illuminated page, its colors softened and muted by the passage of time, yet still retaining a quiet, captivating glow in the firelight. The faint, dry aroma of very old paper, distinct from the leather, rises delicately as the pages are exposed to the air. Your gaze is drawn to the delicate, hand-drawn initial, rendered in a faded vermilion and deep cerulean, its intricate spirals and flourishes inviting a closer, unhurried observation. You notice the subtle unevenness of the parchment, the tiny, almost invisible flecks embedded within its surface, each one a unique mark of its natural origin. The ink, a deep, rich sepia, sits slightly raised on the page, its texture almost visible, a testament to the meticulous care of the scribe. The flickering firelight casts fleeting, gentle shadows that dance across the ancient script, making the words seem to shift and breathe with a quiet, ethereal life. Now, with the utmost care, your thumb and forefinger lightly grasp the corner of the first page. The paper, surprisingly resilient yet exquisitely delicate, feels cool and dry beneath your touch, with a subtle, almost imperceptible roughness. You exert the gentlest pressure, just enough to lift the edge. As you slowly, deliberately turn the page, it whispers softly, a delicate, papery rustle that is barely audible, yet perfectly clear in the profound quiet of the library. This whisper is a sound of history unfolding, a gentle unveiling of forgotten narratives. The weight of the page feels almost non-existent, a delicate leaf turning in a silent breeze. The next page reveals itself, bringing with it a fresh wave of that subtle, dry parchment scent, a quiet breath of ancient air. You observe the subtle variations in the hand-lettered script, The slight imperfections in the lines, each one a reminder of the human touch that created this precious object so long ago. The light from the fire continues its gentle dance, illuminating sections of the page, then receding, creating a rhythmic play of light and shadow that guides your eye without demanding it. The lingering scent of aged leather and burning oak from the library's quiet evening now gives way to a different kind of precision as you step into the cool, pristine air of the atelier. The morning light, soft and diffused, streams through tall, arched windows, illuminating dust motes that dance in slow, deliberate patterns, much like the ones observed in the golden light of your bedroom earlier in the journey. Yet here they possess a unique, almost reverent quality. The outer world's gentle hum seems to dissipate entirely as a heavy, subtly textured door closes behind you with a soft, confident click, sealing you within a realm of quiet artistry and meticulous craftsmanship. The room is a study in understated elegance, its high ceilings and polished wooden floors reflecting the gentle light, creating an expansive, yet deeply intimate atmosphere. The air carries a clean, faint aroma of fine wool, linen, and a subtle, almost imperceptible hint of freshly ironed cloth, a fragrance that speaks of meticulous care and quality materials. Your eyes slowly take in the pristine white walls, adorned only with a few carefully chosen, framed illustrations of classic garment designs, their delicate lines a testament to timeless style. A tall, slender mannequin, draped in a single length of unblemished cream silk, stands silently in a corner, its fabric catching the light with a soft, ethereal sheen, its folds falling with perfect, effortless grace. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's quiet ventilation system, a steady, rhythmic presence that enhances the profound stillness. You move with an unhurried grace towards a long, immaculate work table positioned centrally in the room, its surface a smooth, cool expanse of pale, unstained oak. Your fingertips lightly brush against the polished wood as you approach, feeling its solid, grounding presence, a subtle texture beneath your touch. Scattered across one end of the table are an array of meticulously arranged tools, gleaming, slender shears resting perfectly parallel, a collection of delicate thimbles catching the light, and spools of fine, almost invisible thread, each a different shade of muted gray or cream, arranged with an almost meditative precision. The faint, metallic scent of the shears, mingling with the clean aroma of new fabric, drifts gently upwards, a subtle invitation to the work that happens here. Each tool seems to hold a quiet readiness, a patient anticipation. Your attention is drawn to a collection of fabric swatches, carefully laid out on a square of crisp white linen on the table. You reach out, your fingers gently lifting a piece of finely woven cashmere, feeling its incredible softness, its delicate weight, and the way it drapes with an inherent elegance. The subtle, almost imperceptible fuzz of the cashmere tickles your fingertips as you run them slowly across its surface, a luxurious sensation. Next, you pick up a swatch of raw silk, its texture entirely different, cooler, smoother, with a slight, natural slub that gives it a unique character. The light catches on the silk's delicate sheen, revealing a subtle, almost iridescent quality. The soft whisper of the fabrics as they shift against each other is barely audible, a delicate sound that speaks volumes about their quality and inherent fluidity. You allow your hand to linger, appreciating the subtle differences in weave and weight, the quiet artistry in each thread. A subtle, almost imperceptible shift in the air, a faint, clean scent of starch and a soft, rhythmic movement in your peripheral vision indicates the presence of the atelier's master artisan. They are seated quietly at a nearby sewing machine, their head bent in concentration, their hands moving with a practiced, unhurried grace over a piece of fabric. The quiet hum of the atelier, a constant, gentle presence, deepens as you are guided towards a secluded fitting area, a space bathed in the same soft, diffused light that fills the main room. A heavy velvet curtain, its deep, muted gray absorbing every stray sound, parts with a soft, almost luxurious glide, revealing a private sanctuary. The air within this alcove is subtly warmer, perhaps from the concentrated light of a nearby lamp, and carries a faint, clean scent of freshly pressed fabric, a precise aroma that speaks of preparation and anticipation, a delicate contrast to the aged parchment scent from your library evening. You step onto a plush, thick carpet, its deep pile cushioning your every movement, absorbing any sound, making your presence almost entirely silent. Before you stands a tall, antique mirror, its silvered surface reflecting the soft light and the elegant, uncluttered space with perfect clarity. A subtle, polished stool, upholstered in a coordinating velvet, invites you to a moment of stillness, though you choose to remain standing, preferring to feel the full drape of the garment. The artisan, their movements as fluid and precise as ever, approaches with a garment draped carefully over their arm, a formless cascade of selected fabric, a tangible culmination of earlier choices. With a gentle, almost reverent motion, the artisan lifts the garment, allowing it to unfurl and settle around your shoulders. The fabric chosen, a superfine merino wool, feels incredibly soft against your skin, its inherent warmth, a comforting embrace, yet it possesses a surprising lightness, almost weightless. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible texture of the weave, a delicate interplay of threads that speaks of meticulous craftsmanship. The fabric falls with a natural elegance, its initial coolness quickly giving way to the warmth of your skin, a seamless, intimate connection. A faint, clean scent of the natural wool, earthy and pure, rises delicately, enveloping you in its subtle fragrance. The artisan begins their meticulous work, their hands moving with practiced grace and an almost surgical precision. A slender silver thimble catches the light as they retrieve a tiny, sharp pin from a small, velvet-lined box. The almost inaudible click of the pin as it is gently pressed into the fabric is a precise, focused sound, a small punctuation in the quiet room. You feel the subtle, gentle pressure of their fingertips on your shoulder, a light touch, guiding the fabric into its perfect alignment, ensuring a seamless flow. The pin, cool and smooth, momentarily rests against your skin before finding its place within the fabric, holding it with a delicate firmness. You observe their focused gaze in the mirror, their eyes tracing the lines of the garment, noting every subtle curve and angle. Their breath is soft, even, a quiet rhythm of concentration. They step back, tilting their heads slightly, assessing the drape, the fall, the way the light interacts with the fabric. Then, with a quiet, almost imperceptible snip of their small, sharp shears, a single, loose thread is removed. The sound, a delicate, precise snip, that echoes briefly in the still air before vanishing. The fabric, now perfectly aligned, seems to breathe with a new, quiet life, conforming to your form with an almost effortless grace, a second skin. The fitting continues in this quiet, focused rhythm, a dance between fabric and form, guided by the artisan's skilled hands. Each adjustment is deliberate, unhurried, a testament to their dedication to perfection. You feel the gentle tugs, the light presses, the cool touch of pins, all contributing to a growing sense of quiet satisfaction, a palpable feeling of something being meticulously crafted just for you. The room remains a sanctuary of calm, the soft light illuminating every precise detail, every subtle nuance of the fabric. The precise, clean scent of fine fabrics from the atelier gently fades as you step across the threshold into your secluded private spa, enveloped immediately by a profound sense of warmth and a cascade of calming, herbaceous aromas. The heavy, frosted glass door closes behind you with a soft, muted sigh, sealing away any lingering echoes of the day and immersing you in a world designed purely for restorative peace. The air here is noticeably humid and warm, a comforting embrace that instantly begins to relax your muscles, a stark yet welcome contrast to the crisp precision of the fitting room. The subtle, earthy fragrance of cedarwood and a faint, sweet whisper of lavender mingle in the air, creating a serene olfactory tapestry that invites a deep, unhurried breath. The light within the spa is soft and indirect, emanating from hidden cove lighting and a few carefully placed, amber-toned sconces, casting a gentle, golden glow across the polished stone surfaces. Your bare feet meet the cool, smooth texture of large, perfectly cut marble tiles, their subtle veins visible in the dim light, each step a grounding connection to the earth beneath. The polished stone feels cool against your skin, a refreshing contrast to the enveloping warmth of the air. You move slowly, deliberately, towards a low, elegantly carved wooden bench, its dark, rich grain visible even in the dim light. A freshly laundered linen towel, thick and soft, rests folded upon it, its crisp white contrasting gently with the dark wood. As your fingers brush against the towel, you feel its inviting plushness, its subtle warmth, and the faint, clean scent of fresh cotton. You drape it over the bench with a soft, almost imperceptible rustle of fabric, a sound that dissipates quickly into the hushed atmosphere. The quiet hum of the spa's filtration system, a low, rhythmic drone, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, soothing undertone to the profound stillness. Your gaze drifts towards a large, circular stone basin, from which a thin, steady stream of crystal-clear water flows with a soft, continuous murmur. The water, illuminated by a hidden light, shimmers with a gentle, liquid glow as it cascades over the smooth, rounded rim of the basin, creating tiny, dancing reflections on the surrounding wall. The sound of the flowing water is incredibly soothing, a pure, natural melody that fills the space without ever feeling intrusive, a gentle, rhythmic sound that invites your mind to quiet itself. You lean in slightly, inhaling the clean, mineral scent of the water, mixed with the subtle, earthy tones of the stone. As you settle onto the edge of the bench, your eyes close for a brief moment, allowing the warmth and the calming aromas to permeate your entire being. You feel the subtle relaxation in your shoulders, the gentle unwinding of any lingering tension. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of steam, rising from a distant, unseen pool, drifts past, carrying with it a renewed wave of the cedarwood and lavender, a soft, enveloping cloud of scent. The quiet click of a hidden timer, set for a gentle infusion of aromatic oils, is barely audible, a subtle promise of deeper relaxation yet to come. You open your eyes, your gaze now drawn to a small, exquisitely arranged collection of smooth, dark river stones, carefully placed on a polished slate tray near the basin. Each stone is perfectly rounded, its surface smooth and cool, a testament to the patient work of nature and water. You reach out, your fingers lightly touching the cool, almost velvety surface of one of the stones, feeling its weight, its quiet solidity. The subtle coolness of the stone is a grounding sensation, a gentle reminder of the enduring strength of the natural world. The spa, with its enveloping warmth, its calming scents, and the gentle sounds of flowing water and subtle steam, holds you in a state of profound peace. The soothing warmth of the private spa deepens as you recline onto the plush surface of a treatment bed, its heated mattress a gentle, enveloping embrace against your back, a profound sense of surrender beginning to settle. A soft, thick linen sheet, cool and crisp at first touch, quickly yields to the subtle warmth emanating from beneath, cradling your form in serene comfort. The lingering aroma of cedarwood and lavender from the spa's air now seems to concentrate around you, a fragrant halo, intensifying with each slow, deliberate breath. The cool, smooth marble tiles beneath the bed feel distant, a grounding memory as you sink deeper into this soft, enveloping warmth. You close your eyes, allowing the soft, indirect light from the amber-toned sconces to filter through your eyelids as a muted, golden glow, a gentle internal light. The soft, continuous murmur of the flowing water from the stone basin, a constant, rhythmic presence, now seems to recede slightly, becoming a distant, comforting backdrop to the more immediate sensations. You feel the gentle shift of air as a presence approaches, their movements quiet and unhurried, a subtle whisper of fabric against fabric, a soft rustle that is almost imperceptible. Your breathing begins to deepen, becoming slow and even, a quiet rhythm of anticipation. A delicate, almost imperceptible touch graces your skin, the light, warm pressure of skilled fingertips applying a rich, aromatic oil to your back. The oil, warm to a perfect temperature, spreads with an incredibly smooth, almost liquid glide, its silken texture a luxurious caress against your skin. You feel its subtle coolness for just a fraction of a second before it instantly warms, absorbing into your skin with a comforting, nourishing sensation. The scent that rises from the oil is a subtle, complex blend of sandalwood and sweet orange, a new layer of calming aroma that mingles beautifully with the existing cedarwood and lavender, creating a truly harmonious fragrance that invites deeper relaxation. The soft, almost inaudible shushanly chuli of the oil being gently smoothed across your skin is a profoundly soothing sound, a whisper of care. Then, a new sensation, the gentle, firm placement of a smooth, warm stone upon your lower back. The stone, perfectly heated, is not hot, but rather possesses a deep, pervasive warmth that immediately begins to penetrate the surface of your skin, spreading outwards in soft, concentric circles. It feels substantial, weighty, yet also incredibly comforting, a grounding presence that sinks into your muscles with an almost immediate sense of release. You feel the subtle, almost velvety texture of the polished basalt, its smoothness a testament to countless years of natural shaping, now warmed and imbued with a gentle, healing energy. The faint, almost imperceptible thud as it settles into place is a soft punctuation in the stillness. Another stone is placed, with the same unhurried precision, just below your shoulder blade. Its warmth mirrors the first, a gentle, spreading heat that begins to melt away any lingering tension, a profound sense of ease settling over your entire upper body. You feel the subtle weight of each stone, a comforting anchor against the soft support of the heated bed. The combined warmth seems to draw out any stiffness, replacing it with a fluid, yielding softness. The air, already humid and warm, now seems to shimmer with the gentle heat emanating from these ancient, smooth stones, creating a cocoon of pervasive warmth around your entire being. The faintest, almost imperceptible whisper of steam drifts past your nostrils, carrying with it renewed notes of the soothing oils. The practitioner's hands, still warm and gentle, then begin to glide a third stone, long and smooth, slowly along the curve of your spine. The movement is fluid, unhurried, a continuous even pressure that feels deeply restorative. The deep, pervasive warmth of the spa, which had cradled you in a profound sense of ease, now gently recedes, replaced by the cool, invigorating whisper of a sea breeze as you slowly drift towards awareness. The first sensation is the soft, rhythmic murmur of waves, a continuous, ancient lullaby that has been weaving through your dreams, now gently pulling you awake. It is a sound of immense peace, a deep, resonant, now juish, now juish, now juish bees that ebbs and flows, a living breath that fills your oceanfront villa with its tranquil presence. You lie still for a long moment, allowing the soothing rhythm of the ocean to wash over you, feeling its gentle pull on your consciousness. Your fingers, still heavy with the lingering embrace of deep sleep, slowly begin to unfurl, subtly pressing into the crisp, cool linen sheet that covers you. This fabric, with its delicate, almost imperceptible texture, feels wonderfully fresh against your skin, a stark yet welcome contrast to the rich, warm oils of the spa treatment. A faint, clean scent of salt and sea spray, mingled with a subtle, sweet aroma of jasmine from a distant, unseen garden, drifts through the open balcony doors, a breath of pure, revitalizing morning air. A languid stretch begins, a slow, unhurried lengthening of your body. You feel the gentle pull in your shoulders, the gradual extension through your spine, a quiet awakening of each muscle. The bed, with its plush mattress, yields with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh beneath your movement, cradling you in its comforting embrace. Your gaze, still soft with sleep, drifts towards the tall, expansive glass doors that lead onto your private balcony. Through them, the morning light, a soft, ethereal gold, bathes the room in a luminous glow, a familiar warmth that echoes the golden light of earlier awakenings. Yet, here it is infused with the unique brilliance of the seaside. You shift slightly, turning your head to fully absorb the view. The vast, shimmering expanse of the ocean stretches out before you, an endless canvas of deep blues and soft greens, meeting the horizon in a hazy, almost indistinct line. The surface of the water, gently ruffled by the breeze, catches the light in 1,000 tiny, sparkling facets, a mesmerizing, hypnotic dance of light. You notice the subtle movement of distant seabirds, their white forms gliding effortlessly on the air currents, their calls a faint, almost melodic cry carried on the wind, a natural, unhurried accompaniment to the waves. The cool, fresh air against your cheek, a gentle caress, is invigorating, yet profoundly calming. A soft, almost imperceptible whisper of the linen sheets against the mattress fills the quiet as you slowly push yourself up, leaning back against the cool, firm support of the headboard. The cool, smooth feel of the polished dark wood of the headboard is a grounding sensation against your skin, a quiet anchor in this fluid, ocean-kissed space. You take a deep, slow breath, filling your lungs with the clean, salty air, feeling its revitalizing coolness expand within you. As you slowly exhale, you notice the subtle rhythm of your own breathing, a gentle wave ebbing and flowing, beginning to synchronize with the steady, unhurried cadence of the ocean just beyond your windows. Your eyes, now fully open but still soft with tranquility, begin to trace the delicate, intricate patterns formed by the receding waves on the wet sand below, each line a fleeting artwork, erased and redrawn with every incoming tide. The soft, distant rumble of a larger wave breaking against the shore is a deep, resonant sound that reverberates gently through the very structure of the villa, a subtle vibration that you feel more than hear, a profound connection to the immense power of the sea, yet it is utterly without threat, only a quiet, comforting presence. The cool, smooth marble of your villa's terrace, still holding the faint memory of your morning steps, gently gives way to the soft, yielding embrace of fine, warm sand as you step barefoot onto the pristine, deserted beach. The transition is seamless, from the refined elegance of your private space to the raw, natural grandeur of the coastline, leaving behind the comforting warmth of the heated spa treatment from your recent memory. The early morning sun, now a soft pearlescent glow just above the horizon, casts a gentle, even light across the vast expanse, painting the sky in delicate hues of rose and pale gold, a quiet spectacle that unfolds with unhurried grace. Your bare feet sink ever so slightly into the cool, damp sand, just at the water's edge, a satisfying give and resistance that feels profoundly grounding. Each step leaves a perfect fleeting impression, a delicate imprint quickly erased by the next gentle wave. The sand, a collection of countless tiny smooth grains, feels exquisitely soft beneath your soles, a subtle, almost velvety texture that awakens dormant senses. The rhythmic swoosh of the incoming tide, a sound that has been your constant companion since waking in the villa, now intensifies, a deep, resonant symphony that fills the air and vibrates gently through the very earth beneath your feet, a powerful yet utterly soothing presence. You walk slowly, deliberately, allowing the shallow, cool water of the ocean to caress your ankles with each retreating wave. The water, clear and pristine, feels invigorating against your skin, a refreshing coolness that awakens and enlivens, yet without any harshness. You observe the tiny iridescent bubbles that form and pop at the water's edge, each one a miniature, ephemeral sphere, reflecting the soft light for a fraction of a second before vanishing. The air here is clean and pure, carrying a stronger, more concentrated scent of salt and briny freshness mingled with a subtle, almost sweet aroma of unseen seaweed, a natural perfume that invigorates your lungs with each deep, unhurried breath. Your gaze drifts outwards, following the long, unbroken line of the horizon where the pale blue sky meets the vast, shimmering expanse of the ocean. The sheer scale of it is humbling, yet deeply comforting, a reminder of the enduring grandeur of the natural world. Far in the distance, a solitary seabird glides effortlessly on the unseen air currents, its wings catching the soft light with an almost ethereal grace, its presence a quiet punctuation in the immense stillness. The only sound is the ceaseless, rhythmic ebb and flow of the waves, a hypnotic, repetitive sound that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to simply observe and absorb. As you continue your unhurried stroll, your eyes begin to notice the delicate treasures left behind by the tide. A perfectly formed pearly white shell, its intricate spirals still damp and gleaming, catches your attention. You bend slowly, your fingers reaching out to gently pick it up. The shell feels surprisingly cool and smooth in your palm, its delicate weight, a tangible connection to the ocean's depths. You turn it over, observing the subtle, almost iridescent mother-of-pearl sheen on its inner surface, a tiny, exquisite artwork crafted by nature. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of the wind through the small, hollow opening of the shell is a delicate, ethereal sound, a quiet song of the sea. You hold the shell for a moment longer, feeling its quiet beauty, its ancient story, before gently placing it back onto the soft, wet sand, allowing it to return to its natural home, a silent offering to the vast, open expanse. The rhythmic sound of the waves continues, a constant, soothing presence, washing over you with a profound sense of peace. The invigorating coolness of the morning sea breeze, still clinging to your skin from the deserted beach walk, gently gives way to a vibrant, yet profoundly calm, warmth as you step into your private chef's sunlit kitchen. The vast expanse of the ocean, with its rhythmic murmur, now becomes a distant, soothing backdrop to the delicate, precise sounds and aromas unfolding within this immaculate space. A subtle, sweet scent of warm, freshly baked bread, mingled with the crisp, bright aroma of citrus zest, immediately greets you, a comforting invitation that feels both familiar and exquisitely prepared. The kitchen itself is a study in pristine functionality and elegant design, bathed in an abundance of natural light, pouring in through a series of tall, uncurtained windows that offer glimpses of the sparkling ocean. Gleaming surfaces of polished stainless steel reflect the soft morning sun, creating a luminous, almost ethereal glow throughout the room. Your bare feet, still carrying the faint memory of cool, damp sand, now meet the smooth, cool surface of large, pale gray slate tiles, each step a quiet, grounding connection to this meticulously ordered environment. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of a high-end refrigerator, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the quiet, a testament to the room's serene efficiency. At the expansive central island, crafted from a single, unbroken slab of cool white marble, your private chef moves with an unhurried, almost meditative grace. Their movements are fluid, precise, a quiet dance of expertise that requires no hurried gestures, no wasted effort. They are dressed in a crisp, immaculate white chef's jacket, its fabric rustling with a soft, almost imperceptible whisper as they reach for a delicate, slender knife. The morning light catches for a moment on the gleaming edge of the blade, a fleeting glint that quickly disappears as their hand settles into a comfortable, confident grip. There is a profound sense of quiet concentration emanating from them, a dedication to the artistry of their craft that is deeply calming to observe. Before them, on a pristine wooden cutting board, rests a vibrant array of fresh, locally sourced ingredients. A cluster of tiny, jewel-toned cherry tomatoes, still glistening with faint droplets of water, glows with a deep, rich red, their taut skins promising a burst of fresh flavor. Beside them, a small, fragrant bunch of basil leaves, their deep green hues almost velvety, releases a subtle, sweet, peppery aroma as the air stirs gently around them. You notice the delicate, almost translucent veins visible within each basil leaf, a tiny masterpiece of nature's design. A perfectly ripe avocado, its skin a dark pebbled green, sits patiently, promising a creamy, rich texture. The clean, earthy scent of these fresh ingredients fills the immediate space, a natural perfume that invigorates the senses without overwhelming them, a testament to their pristine quality. With a slow, deliberate movement, the chef selects one of the cherry tomatoes. Their fingers, nimble and precise, hold it gently as the slender knife descends. The sound is a soft, almost inaudible snick as the blade cleanly slices through the delicate skin, a whisper of precision. The tomato yields with a subtle, satisfying resistance, revealing its vibrant, juicy interior. The chef then, with an equally unhurried motion, halves the basil leaves, the soft, green aroma intensifying for a brief moment as the plant's delicate cells are opened. Each action is performed with such careful attention, such quiet reverence for the ingredients, that it transforms simple preparation into a meditative art form. The rhythmic, almost imperceptible placement of each sliced piece onto a waiting ceramic plate is a silent, careful arrangement. A culinary composition taking shape. The crisp, bright aroma of citrus zest and the clean scent of fresh herbs, which had filled the sunlit kitchen, now begin to subtly interweave with a new, deeply comforting fragrance. The unmistakable, gentle sweetness of yeast and the earthy richness of rising dough. The morning sun continues to stream through the tall, uncurtained windows, painting the immaculate marble island with a soft, luminous glow, a constant, tranquil presence in this space of quiet culinary artistry. The distant, rhythmic murmur of the ocean remains a soft, soothing backdrop, a continuous, ancient breath beyond the villa walls, now gently complemented by the evolving aromas within. Your gaze settles on the chef, who, with the same unhurried grace, now works with a large, yielding mass of dough on a section of the cool, white marble countertop. Their hands, strong yet incredibly gentle, move with a practiced rhythm, folding and pressing the dough. You observe the subtle elasticity of the dough, its surface glistening faintly with a dusting of flour, yielding and then slowly resisting each movement, a living, breathing entity in their expert hands. The sound is barely perceptible, a soft, almost rhythmic thump stretch as the dough is worked, a quiet testament to the ancient art of bread making. A fine, almost invisible veil of flour dust, catching the sunlight, dances in the air around their hands, a tiny, ethereal cloud of creation. The aroma of raw yeast, deep and slightly pungent, becomes more pronounced, promising a profound transformation. With a final, gentle pat, the chef shapes the dough into a perfect, organic form, its surface smooth and taut. They then carefully transfer it to a heavy, pre-warmed ceramic baking vessel, its rustic, earthy texture, a beautiful contrast to the smooth dough. The soft fidole as the dough settles into the vessel is a quiet, satisfying sound, a precise placement. The chef then turns towards a large professional oven, its gleaming stainless steel reflecting the sunlit room. With a slow, deliberate movement, they pull open the heavy, insulated door. A wave of dry, intense heat, carrying a faint, clean, metallic scent, and a deeper, almost smoky aroma gently washes over the space, a tangible warmth that briefly replaces the ambient coolness of the marble. The quiet whoosh of the oven door opening is a soft, deep sound. The baking vessel, with its precious cargo, is then carefully slid into the heart of the oven. The chef closes the heavy door with the same unhurried precision, a soft, reassuring sklunk that seals in the heat and the promise of transformation. You feel the subtle shift in the air as the warmth recedes, leaving only the pervasive, evolving aroma. The kitchen settles back into its profound quiet, punctuated now by the almost imperceptible, low hum of the oven's heating elements, a steady, rhythmic drone that speaks of patient, unseen work. Your eyes drift to the small, circular glass window in the oven door, a tiny portal into the slow, magical process unfolding within. Time seems to slow, becoming measured by the gradual intensification of the baking aroma. What was once the subtle scent of raw yeast now begins to deepen, transforming into a rich, complex fragrance of toasted grain, sweet malt, and a delicate, comforting hint of caramelization. It is an aroma that fills every corner of the sunlit kitchen, a warmth that is not just thermal, but deeply olfactory, wrapping around you like a soft, invisible blanket. You take a deep, slow breath, allowing the warm, fragrant air to fill your lungs, feeling a profound sense of anticipation, a quiet contentment. The distant ocean murmur, a steady, rhythmic presence, now seems to blend with the silent, aromatic symphony of the baking bread, creating a unique, harmonious soundscape. After a period of quiet, patient waiting, the chef, with a final, unhurried glance at the oven's temperature gauge, once again approaches the gleaming steel. The comforting warmth of the chef's sunlit kitchen and the rich, grounding aroma of freshly baked bread, a memory now gently receding, give way to a cooler, more expansive air as you step from the interior of your penthouse onto the secluded tranquility of your rooftop garden. The transition from the day's culinary delights to this twilight sanctuary is marked by a subtle shift in temperature and a profound change in the ambient soundscape. The rhythmic murmur of the ocean is now replaced by a distant, hushed symphony of the city, a low, gentle thrum that seems to rise from far below, a constant yet unobtrusive presence that only deepens the sense of peace at this elevated perch. The sky above is a canvas of deepening twilight hues, where the last vestiges of the day's golden light bleed into soft, ethereal shades of lavender and dusky rose along the horizon. Overhead, the first faint stars begin to prick through the fading blue, tiny, shimmering pinpricks of light that speak of vast, quiet distances. The air here, at this height, feels incredibly fresh and clean, carrying a subtle, complex perfume of meticulously cultivated botanicals, a delicate blend of blooming jasmine, damp earth, and a faint, almost imperceptible hint of urban cleanliness. Your steps, silent on the smooth, cool slate pavers, lead you deeper into this aerial oasis. You move with an unhurried grace along a winding path, bordered by precisely manicured hedges and carefully chosen specimen plants. Your fingers lightly brush against the glossy, dark green leaves of a camellia, feeling its cool, waxy surface, a subtle resistance beneath your touch. The faint, almost imperceptible rustle of the leaves, stirred by an occasional, gentle breeze, is a delicate whisper that blends seamlessly with the distant city hum, a natural melody in this elevated calm. Small, strategically placed uplights, hidden within the foliage, cast soft, warm glows, highlighting the textures of the leaves and flowers, creating a quiet, captivating interplay of light and shadow. As you reach the edge of the garden, a low, elegant stone balustrade defines the perimeter, offering an uninterrupted vista of the sprawling city below. The polished stone, cool and smooth beneath your palms as you lean gently upon it, absorbs the last warmth of the day, now radiating a subtle, comforting coolness. Below, the city is beginning its nightly transformation, a slow, mesmerizing emergence of countless lights. Tiny, brilliant pinpricks of amber, white, and ruby red begin to spark across the vast urban landscape, each one a distant, silent promise of activity. Yet from this height, they coalesce into a shimmering, abstract pattern, a breathtaking, tranquil spectacle. The soft, rhythmic blink of a distant aircraft light, moving slowly across the darkening sky, adds a gentle, almost hypnotic pulse to the scene. You take a deep, slow breath, allowing the cool, fragrant air to fill your lungs, feeling a profound sense of expansion and quiet awe. As you slowly exhale, you notice the subtle rhythm of your own breathing, a gentle wave, ebbing and flowing, finding its own serene cadence amidst the vastness of the city below and the boundless sky above. The faint, almost imperceptible scent of night-blooming flowers, a sweeter, more intense fragrance than the daytime blooms, drifts past, a delicate, intoxicating promise of the evening to come. The subtle warmth from the ambient lighting, a gentle glow, surrounds you, creating a cocoon of comfort at this serene altitude. A soft, almost imperceptible shift in the air, a whisper of a breeze, carries a fleeting, almost crystalline sound of distant chimes, a delicate, ethereal melody from an unseen source, blending with the muted city hum. You lean back slightly, allowing the comfortable weight of your body to settle against the cool, smooth stone of the balustrade, feeling its solid, enduring presence. The cool, expansive air of the rooftop garden, still holding twilight's soft hues and the distant shimmer of city lights, now carries a more intimate presence. The gentle caress of the evening breeze. It sweeps softly across your skin, a delicate, refreshing touch whispering of the approaching night, a subtle shift from the stillness you absorbed. The scent of night-blooming jasmine, faint and sweet, deepens with each current of air, a fragrant thread weaving through the cooler atmosphere. You turn slightly, allowing the gentle current of air to fully embrace you, feeling it softly lift and settle your robe against your skin with weightless grace. The breeze is cool, yet not cold, a perfect temperature that invigorates without shocking, a delicate balance in the deepening evening. You notice how it delicately stirs a stray strand of hair from your forehead, a fleeting, tender caress, barely there, yet utterly present. The low, distant hum of the city below, a constant, rhythmic presence, seems to momentarily intensify with each gust, then recedes, creating a subtle, undulating soundscape. It carries a faint whisper of the city's nocturnal aroma, a blend of distant traffic, clean air, and the subtle scent of warm stone, a grounding urban perfume. Your hand, with unhurried grace, reaches towards a low, fragrant bed of lavender, its slender, gray-green leaves barely visible in the gathering gloom. Your fingertips lightly brush across the delicate, velvety texture of the foliage, releasing a burst of its distinct, calming aroma. The scent is pure, herbaceous, with a sweet, floral undertone, a profound, natural fragrance that fills your senses, encouraging a deeper, more relaxed breath. You feel the subtle, almost brittle resistance of the tiny flower buds, their quiet promise of future bloom. A faint rustle of the leaves, a delicate sound, accompanies your touch. The cool, smooth stone of the planter, still holding a memory of the day's warmth, feels solid and grounding beneath your palm. You then drift towards a cluster of night-blooming blossoms, their pale petals now unfolding with an ethereal glow in the soft ambient lighting. Their fragrance, once subtle in the twilight, is now more potent, a rich, intoxicating sweetness that hangs heavy and still, a profound counterpoint to the earlier herbaceous notes. You lean in slightly, inhaling the deep, complex perfume, feeling its delicate velvety texture against your nostrils. The petals, soft and delicate, appear almost translucent in the dim light, their edges catching the faint glow from the hidden uplights, creating a subtle, shimmering halo. A tiny dewdrop, clinging to a petal's edge, glints for a fraction of a second, a fleeting jewel in the gathering darkness. The gentle evening breeze causes the blossoms to sway with an almost imperceptible, rhythmic movement, a silent, graceful dance. The garden, while appearing still, is alive with its own subtle symphony. The soft, continuous rustle of larger leaves on the taller shrubs, a gentle whoosh whisper, creates a rhythmic backdrop that blends seamlessly with the deeper, more consistent hum of the distant city. You become aware of a faint, crystalline chirp of a cricket, a tiny, repetitive sound emerging from deep within the dense foliage, a delicate counterpoint to the broader urban murmur. This subtle, natural sound, so fragile yet persistent, adds another layer to the profound sense of evening tranquility, a quiet assurance of life unfolding in the shadows. The breeze, as it weaves through the dense greenery, creates a soft, almost melodic sigh, a natural breath of the garden itself. You find a comfortable, low-slung lounge chair, its woven surface cool and smooth beneath your hand. As you slowly settle into its contours, the cushions yield with a soft, comforting sigh, cradling your form. You lean back, allowing your head to rest, feeling the soft, cool fabric against your neck, the gentle caress of the evening breeze in your rooftop garden, still carrying the delicate scent of night-blooming jasmine, now gives way to a distinctly cooler, crisper air as you step through a discreet, heavy door leading to your private observatory. The subtle hum of the distant city, a constant companion in the garden, recedes even further, replaced by an almost absolute silence, punctuated only by the soft, rhythmic hum of unseen machinery, a testament to the precise engineering of this unique space. The transition is profound, from the living, fragrant garden to a realm of polished metal and quiet, focused contemplation. Your feet, still carrying the faint memory of cool slate pavers, now meet the smooth, dark surface of a specialized anti-vibration floor, its subtle give beneath your weight almost imperceptible, yet perfectly engineered to absorb any tremor. The room itself is circular, its walls a deep, matte gray that absorbs all light, allowing the celestial spectacle to take center stage. The light here is minimal, emanating only from soft, red-tinted floor lights, casting a gentle, warm glow that preserves your night vision and creates an atmosphere of deep, hushed reverence. The air is cool and dry, perfectly conditioned, carrying a faint, clean scent of polished metal and a subtle, almost electrical tang, a quiet fragrance of precision and technology. A low, gentle whirring sound begins, almost imperceptible at first, then slowly, steadily, it grows in volume. This is the sound of the massive, domed roof of the observatory, beginning its slow, majestic rotation. You look up, watching as a narrow, dark slit, a perfect arc, slowly opens to reveal the velvet blackness of the night sky, now utterly unmarred by city lights. The movement is fluid, silent, save for the soft, continuous mechanical whir, a testament to its seamless operation. The cool, crisp night air, pure and untainted, flows in, carrying with it the faint, almost metallic scent of distant stars, a truly unique and exhilarating aroma that fills your lungs. The distant city lights, once a shimmering tapestry, are now a diffuse glow far below, almost entirely forgotten in the face of the cosmic display above. Your gaze is immediately drawn upwards, through the newly opened aperture, to the breathtaking expanse of the clear, crisp night sky. It is a canvas of unimaginable depth, studded with countless stars, each one a tiny, brilliant diamond against the profound blackness. The Milky Way, a faint, ethereal band of shimmering light, stretches across the zenith, a soft, luminous cloud of untold celestial bodies. The air, now truly cold and pure, feels incredibly fresh against your face, invigorating your senses with its clean, sharp touch. You feel a profound sense of awe, a quiet humility in the face of such boundless beauty and immensity. In the center of the room, positioned directly beneath the open dome, stands the massive, gleaming telescope, its polished dark metal surfaces reflecting the faint red light from the floor and the distant pinpricks of the stars above. It is a marvel of engineering, its intricate mechanisms and smooth, cool barrel a testament to human ingenuity. Your fingers, with a slow, deliberate movement, reach out to lightly touch the cold, smooth metal of its base, feeling its substantial weight, its quiet power. The subtle hum of its internal motors, a low, rhythmic vibration, is barely audible yet palpable, a constant, reassuring presence, a quiet thrum of readiness. You lean forward, your eyes settling gently against the cool, smooth surface of the eyepiece. The world beyond this small, dark aperture is instantly transformed. The vast, scattered stars resolve into individual, shimmering points of light, each one a distant sun. The deep, ethereal glow of the distant nebula, a breathtaking spectacle, gently recedes from your focused vision, allowing your gaze to broaden, to encompass the silent, vast tapestry of constellations that now fill the eyepiece. The cool, smooth surface of the telescope's rubber eye cup remains a familiar, grounding presence against your brow, a soft, subtle pressure that helps to anchor you in this profound, cosmic stillness. The faint, clean scent of polished metal and the crisp, cold air of the observatory continue to envelop you, a subtle, invigorating fragrance that enhances the sense of being utterly removed from the earthly world. You shift your weight imperceptibly in the comfortable, high-backed chair, its padded seat yielding with a soft, almost inaudible sigh, a quiet adjustment that allows for sustained observation. Your fingers, with a slow, deliberate movement, gently turn a larger, smoothly textured knob on the telescope's control panel. The sound is a low, almost imperceptible asterisk whir asterisk from the internal motors as the massive instrument makes a minute, precise correction, tracking the slow, majestic drift of the celestial sphere. The movement is fluid, silent, save for that gentle, rhythmic hum, a testament to its seamless operation, repositioning the field of view with an unhurried grace. Through the eyepiece, the familiar, imagined lines of a distant constellation begin to softly emerge from the countless points of light. Not just individual stars, but a vast, interconnected network, each star a silent, shimmering beacon in the profound blackness. You observe the subtle variations in their brilliance, some glowing with a steady, intense white, others possessing a softer, almost ethereal blue, and a few, far in the distance, a faint, deep red, each a unique jewel in the cosmic crown. The light from these ancient suns, having traveled unimaginable distances, reaches your eye with a quiet, unwavering presence, a timeless message, whispered across the void. The profound silence of the observatory, broken only by the telescope's soft, steady hum, deepens, creating a truly immersive, almost hypnotic experience. You lean back slightly, allowing your eyes to rest for a moment, absorbing the lingering afterimage of the stars, a faint, shimmering imprint on your retina. The cool, crisp air of the observatory feels wonderfully fresh against your face, a gentle, invigorating caress that clears your mind. The distant city lights, now a diffuse, shimmering haze far below the open dome, seem utterly insignificant, a mere whisper of human activity in the face of the boundless, silent universe above. A faint, almost imperceptible tick asterisk from the telescope's precision clockwork, marking the passage of moments, is a delicate, rhythmic punctuation in the stillness, a subtle reminder of the passage of time, yet time itself feels suspended here. Returning your gaze to the eyepiece, you allow your focus to soften, no longer seeking specific details, but rather embracing the sheer vastness, the quiet immensity of the distant star fields. The individual stars blur slightly, coalescing into a shimmering, almost liquid tapestry of light, a hypnotic dance of countless points of brilliance. You notice the subtle, almost imperceptible drift of tiny, faint dust motes, illuminated by the red floor lights, slowly settling through the perfectly still air within the dome, a microcosmic dance mirroring the grander movements above. The air around you feels heavy with the weight of cosmic history, a quiet, profound presence that settles deep within your being. The rhythmic, almost imperceptible hum of the telescope's tracking motors becomes a soothing, constant drone, a mechanical lullaby that blends seamlessly with the profound quiet of the night. You feel a deep sense of connection to these distant, silent worlds, a gentle, unhurried communion with the ancient, enduring patterns of the cosmos. The profound, cool silence of the observatory, still echoing with the gentle hum of the telescope and the distant shimmer of constellations, now gives way to a warmer, more enclosed stillness as you step into your dedicated map room. The transition from cosmic vastness to terrestrial detail is subtle, yet distinct, a shift from infinite wonder to grounded exploration. The afternoon light, soft and diffused, filters through tall, leaded glass windows, casting a gentle, even glow across the rich, dark wood of the room, a warm counterpoint to the earlier night's chill. The heavy, solid oak door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, closes behind you with a soft, satisfying thud, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a sanctuary of quiet exploration. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably warmer and drier, imbued with the deep, comforting scent of aged paper, old leather, and a subtle, almost spicy aroma of ancient wood polish, a complex perfume of history and meticulous care. Your footsteps, now muffled by the thick, hand-knotted rug that covers the polished parquet floor, make only the softest, most respectful sound, a gentle whisper that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet. The room itself is a testament to the art of cartography, its walls lined from floor to ceiling with meticulously crafted, custom-built wooden cabinets, each drawer a repository of forgotten journeys and discovered lands. The dark, lustrous grain of the mahogany, visible even in the soft light, glows with a deep, warm sheen, reflecting the ambient light in subtle, shifting patterns. A large, antique globe, its surface, intricately detailed with faded maritime routes and imagined continents, stands silently in a corner, its brass axis gleaming softly, a quiet invitation to global exploration. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the room's climate control system, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the preservation of these precious artifacts. You move slowly, deliberately, towards a massive, polished oak table that dominates the center of the room. Its surface, smooth and cool beneath your palm as you approach, is worn with the subtle marks of countless hours of study and careful mapping, each faint indentation a ghost of a past journey. A high-backed leather armchair, its rich, dark brown surface softened by years of quiet use, awaits your presence. As you slowly settle into its depths, the cushions yield with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, cradling you gently within their contours. The subtle creak of the aged leather is a familiar, soothing sound, a quiet welcome that resonates with the room's enduring character. Your gaze is drawn to a large, unfurled map lying flat on the table, its edges weighted down by small, polished brass weights. The map itself is a masterpiece of historical cartography, its parchment-like surface a delicate creamy yellow, softened by age. You lean in slightly, inhaling the faint, dry aroma of very old paper, distinct from the leather, rising delicately. Your fingers, with deliberate slowness, trace the intricate, hand-drawn lines of a coastline, feeling the subtle, almost imperceptible texture of the aged paper beneath your touch. The ink, a faded sepia, sits slightly raised on the page, its texture almost visible, a testament to the meticulous care of the ancient cartographer. The soft afternoon light catches on the subtle variations in the paper's surface, revealing tiny, almost invisible imperfections, each one a unique mark of its natural origin and long history. You follow a delicate hand-painted compass rose, its intricate flourishes now softened by time, its points still holding a quiet sense of direction. Your eyes then drift to the faded, elegant script detailing distant lands and forgotten seas, each letter a tiny, perfect work of art. The soft, diffused afternoon light, still painting the map room in gentle hues, illuminates the parchment map spread before you, inviting a deeper, more intimate interaction. Your hand, already resting near its edge, feels the subtle warmth of the aged paper, a delicate counterpoint to the cool, smooth oak table beneath your forearm. The air, rich with the scent of old paper and polished wood, remains perfectly still, a quiet embrace that deepens the sense of profound tranquility in this sanctuary of history and geography. You take a slow, deep breath, allowing the calming aromas to fill your lungs, feeling a gentle sense of connection to the countless journeys depicted on the map before you. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, extend towards the delicate, parchment-like surface. The brass weights, cool and solid, that anchor the map's corners, gleam softly in the ambient light, their subtle presence a quiet testament to the map's ancient value. You feel the fine, almost imperceptible texture of the aged paper beneath your fingertips, a subtle roughness that speaks of its long journey through time, a tangible link to the past. Your index finger, with a deliberate, feather-light touch, begins to trace the intricate, faded line of an ancient trade route, marked in a rich, sepia-toned ink. The line, though faint, feels surprisingly present beneath your touch, a subtle ridge of dried pigment that guides your slow, unhurried movement across the map. You follow its meandering path, observing how it gracefully winds across continents and oceans, connecting distant, hand-lettered cities and forgotten ports. The soft, almost imperceptible whisper of your skin gliding over the dry parchment is the only sound, a delicate, rhythmic, and tossed, that accompanies your journey, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness of the room. As your finger slowly moves, your gaze follows, absorbing the subtle details that unfold along the route. You notice tiny, exquisitely drawn illustrations, a miniature, stylized ship with full sails, its delicate lines, a testament to the cartographer's artistry, sailing across a vast blue-green ocean, a cluster of minuscule hand-drawn mountains, their peaks rendered with precise, almost invisible strokes guarding a narrow pass. The faded colors of the map, softened by centuries, possess a quiet, muted beauty, each hue telling a silent story of its long life. The afternoon light, now a deeper, warmer gold, catches on the subtle imperfections of the parchment, revealing tiny, almost invisible flecks and natural variations in the paper's surface, each one a unique mark of its authenticity. You pause, your finger resting gently on a depicted desert expanse, its surface rendered with delicate swirling patterns of ochre and burnt sienna. You can almost feel the dry, warm air, the vast, silent stretches of sand, the immense solitude of the ancient caravans that once traversed these paths. The map itself feels cool and dry beneath your touch, a constant, grounding presence. The distant, almost imperceptible hum of the room's climate control, a low, steady drone, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence that ensures the preservation of these precious artifacts. This subtle, rhythmic sound seems to echo the timeless journeys depicted on the map, a quiet pulse in the heart of the room. Your finger then continues its slow, unhurried journey, tracing the delicate, dotted line that signifies a less certain path, a route perhaps explored by intrepid, silent navigators. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible variations in the parchment's texture as your finger glides over a faint crease, a tiny fold that speaks of the map being carefully unrolled and studied countless times throughout its long history. The quiet rustle of the paper as your hand subtly shifts its weight is barely audible, a soft, papery sigh that dissipates quickly into the deep quiet. The rich, dry scent of aged paper and polished wood from the map room, still lingering in your memory, now gently gives way to a surprisingly soft, almost ethereal aroma as you step into the master silk weaver's private studio. The crisp, cool air of the observatory and the vastness of the night sky are replaced by a humid, temperate warmth, a deliberate environmental shift that speaks of delicate materials and meticulous craftsmanship. The afternoon light, soft and diffused, streams through tall, north-facing windows, casting a gentle, even glow that illuminates every thread and texture with quiet clarity. A heavy, velvet-lined door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, closes behind you with a soft, almost luxurious whoosh, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a sanctuary of quiet artistry. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming imbued with a delicate, clean scent of raw silk, natural dyes, and a faint, sweet whisper of polished wood, a complex perfume that speaks of meticulous care and generations of refined craft. Your footsteps, now muffled by a thick hand-woven rug that covers the polished floor, make only the softest, most respectful sound, a gentle whisper that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet. The studio itself is a study in harmonious arrangement, and focused creativity. In the center of the room stands a magnificent antique loom, its dark, lustrous wood gleaming with a deep, rich sheen, its intricate framework a testament to both engineering and artistry. Thousands of individual silk threads, taut and shimmering, stretch across its width, each one a delicate strand of pure, undyed cream, catching the soft light with an almost ethereal glow. The air around the loom seems to hum with a quiet energy, a palpable sense of patient, unfolding creation. The only audible sound is the incredibly soft, rhythmic clack-thump of the loom's shuttle, a gentle, hypnotic pulse that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, marking the steady progress of the weaving. You move slowly, deliberately, towards the loom, drawn by the quiet artistry unfolding before you. The master weaver, their hands moving with an unhurried, almost meditative grace, sits at the loom, their focus absolute. Their fingers, nimble and precise, guide the delicate silk threads with an almost imperceptible touch, ensuring each one falls perfectly into place. You observe the subtle tension in each thread, the way it yields and then holds firm, a delicate balance of strength and fragility. The light catches on the individual strands of silk, revealing their incredibly fine texture, their subtle, almost iridescent sheen, a liquid luminosity that seems to shift and breathe with every subtle movement of air. Your gaze is drawn to the emerging fabric, a growing expanse of exquisitely woven silk, its surface a testament to countless hours of patient work. The newly woven section, still attached to the loom, feels incredibly soft and smooth, its texture almost imperceptible. A fluid drape that seems to ripple with an inherent grace. You lean in slightly, inhaling the faint, clean aroma of the raw silk, a pure, natural fragrance that is both delicate and deeply grounding. The rhythmic clack-thump of the shuttle, as it passes back and forth, becomes a deeply soothing sound, a gentle, repetitive pulse that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to simply observe and absorb the quiet, unfolding beauty of the craft. On a nearby wooden workbench, a collection of finely ground natural pigments, arranged in small, polished ceramic bowls, gleams softly in the ambient light. Their colors are rich and earthy, deep indigo, soft ochre, muted rose, each one a silent promise of future vibrancy. A few delicate hand-carved wooden tools, their surfaces smooth and worn from years of use, rest beside the pigments, their subtle sheen reflecting the light. The rhythmic tack-thump of the loom, a constant, gentle pulse in the master silk weaver studio, now softens, becoming a mere whisper as your attention is drawn to a length of raw silk. It hangs suspended from a polished wooden beam, a testament to the weaver's art, catching the soft, diffused afternoon light streaming through the tall, north-facing windows. The air, still warm and humid, carries the delicate, clean scent of pure silk and a faint, sweet whisper of polished wood, a harmonious blend that deepens the sense of profound tranquility in this sanctuary of meticulous craftsmanship. You move with an unhurried grace towards the hanging silk, your feet making no sound on the thick, hand-woven rug. As you approach, the fabric reveals its exquisite nature, a cascade of luminous, undyed cream that seems to breathe with an inner light. Your fingers, with deliberate slowness, reach out to lightly touch the surface of the raw silk. It feels incredibly soft, almost fluid, yielding with a delicate grace beneath your touch, a sensation of pure, unadulterated luxury. The subtle, almost imperceptible texture of the weave is apparent, a testament to the countless, tiny threads that form its intricate structure. You allow the fabric to drape over your hand, feeling its surprising lightness, its inherent fluidity. The silk seems to pour over your fingers, a liquid stream of shimmering cream, its cool touch, a delicate caress against your skin. You notice how the soft light plays across its surface, creating subtle, shifting highlights and shadows that give the fabric a profound sense of depth and movement. Each fold and ripple catches the light differently, transforming the simple cream into a spectrum of pearlescent tones, from a bright, almost ethereal white to a soft, dusky ivory. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of the silk as it moves against itself is a delicate, ethereal sound, a quiet, my golden rees, that is barely audible, yet perfectly clear in the surrounding stillness, a subtle song of its natural grace. Your gaze follows the fluid lines of the silk as it falls towards the floor, forming a series of soft, generous folds. The fabric seems to possess an innate intelligence, settling into the most elegant, effortless shapes, responding to the slightest shift in the air with a graceful undulation. You observe how the light, filtering through the high windows, creates a soft, luminous halo around the edges of the silk, making it appear almost weightless, suspended in the gentle air. The subtle scent of the raw silk, pure and clean, rises delicately, a natural perfume that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them, a testament to its pristine quality. The distant rhythmic clack-thump of the loom, a constant, soothing presence, now feels like a faraway heartbeat, a gentle reminder of the patient creation that brought this beauty into being. You close your eyes for a moment, allowing the sensation of the silk to fully register, its coolness, its softness, its liquid drape. You imagine the countless silkworms, tiny, diligent creatures, spinning these delicate threads, each one a minuscule miracle of nature. The image is profoundly calming, a connection to an ancient, patient process. When you open your eyes, the silk seems even more luminous, more alive, imbued with a quiet, ethereal beauty that transcends its simple form. The air around you feels heavy with the quiet history of this material, a profound presence that settles deep within your being, connecting you to generations of skilled artisans who have worked with this exquisite fiber. The studio holds you in its quiet embrace, a space where time seems to slow, allowing for a deep appreciation of texture, light, and the artistry of creation. The soft light, the subtle scents, and the rhythmic sounds combine to create a profound sense of calm. The delicate, clean scent of pure silk and polished wood from the weaver's studio, a memory now gently receding, gives way to a profound coolness as you step onto the smooth, dew-kissed stone patio of your secluded lakeside retreat. The humid warmth of the atelier is replaced by a crisp, invigorating morning air, carrying the deep, earthy aroma of damp soil, pine needles, and the unmistakable clean scent of fresh water. A thick, ethereal mist, a silent, swirling presence, hovers just above the calm surface of the lake, lending the entire landscape an otherworldly, tranquil beauty. You pause just outside the tall glass doors of the retreat, allowing the cool, damp air to settle around you, feeling its refreshing touch on your skin. Your bare feet meet the smooth, cool texture of large, perfectly cut flagstones, their subtle imperfections visible in the dim, diffused light. each step a grounding connection to the natural world. The profound quiet is broken only by the almost imperceptible, rhythmic drip of dew from the eaves, a tiny, liquid chime that echoes with surprising clarity in the stillness, a gentle counterpoint to the quiet breath of the mist. Your gaze is immediately drawn to the lake, a vast expanse of muted silver gray, its edges softened and blurred by the omnipresent mist. The surface of the water is utterly still, a perfect mirror reflecting the pale, pearlescent sky above, creating an illusion of boundless depth. You observe the mist itself, a living, breathing entity, slowly swirling and shifting in the gentle air currents, revealing and then re-obscuring the distant, dark outlines of ancient pine trees that fringe the far shore. The movement is fluid, silent, almost hypnotic, a delicate dance between visibility and hidden beauty. The cool, damp air carries a subtle, clean taste of pure moisture, a refreshing presence on your tongue. A soft cashmere shawl, draped elegantly over the back of a nearby Adirondack chair, invites your touch with its promise of comforting warmth. Its finely spun fibers yield with a subtle grace as you gather it around your shoulders, feeling its gentle weight settle, a light, luxurious embrace against the cool morning air. The fabric whispers against itself with a hushed, almost imperceptible sound as you move, a soft accompaniment to your unhurried steps towards the edge of the patio, closer to the ethereal presence of the mist. The subtle, earthy scent of the cashmere, mingled with the fresh pine, creates a comforting, natural perfume around you. From somewhere deep within the mist, a distant, solitary bird call echoes, a soft, ethereal sound that seems to travel through the damp air with an almost mystical clarity. It is a gentle, melodic note, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness, a sound that enhances the sense of seclusion rather than breaking it. You lean slightly against the cool, smooth stone balustrade that separates the patio from the gentle slope leading to the lake, feeling its solid, enduring presence beneath your hands. The stone, damp with morning dew, feels exquisitely cool, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the cashmere. As the morning progresses, the sun, still hidden by the horizon, begins to exert its gentle influence. A faint, almost imperceptible brightening occurs within the mist, a subtle shift from silver gray to a softer, more luminous white. You notice how the light, though diffused, begins to catch on individual droplets of moisture suspended in the air, making them shimmer with a fleeting, iridescent glow, tiny ephemeral jewels dancing in the air. The mist itself begins a slow, graceful retreat, thinning in places, revealing fleeting glimpses of the lake's dark, calm surface and the deeper green of the pine trees beyond. The sound of a distant, gentle lapping of water against the unseen shore is barely audible, a soft, rhythmic whisper that grows almost imperceptibly as the mist recedes. The cool, damp air of the lakeside retreat, still carrying the earthy scent of pine and the clean aroma of mist, now yields to a profound stillness as you settle into the smooth, polished wooden seat of a small, elegant rowboat. The ethereal mist, which had blurred the edges of the lake, has now begun to thin and lift, revealing the dark, glassy surface of the water, a perfect, unblemished mirror reflecting the pale, pearlescent sky. The subtle, rhythmic drip of dew from the eaves is replaced by the gentle, almost imperceptible lapping of water against the boat's hull, a soft, liquid whisper that is both intimate and deeply calming. Your fingers wrap around the smooth, cool wood of the oars, feeling their balanced weight, their inherent strength. The grain of the aged oak, worn smooth by countless journeys across these calm waters, feels soft and familiar beneath your touch, a tangible connection to the quiet history of the lake. The air around you is crisp and clean, carrying the pure scent of fresh water and a faint, sweet aroma of water lilies from a distant, unseen cove. You take a slow, deep breath, filling your lungs with the invigorating coolness, feeling a profound sense of anticipation, a quiet readiness for the unhurried journey ahead. With a gentle, unhurried motion, you lower the oars into the water. The sound is a soft, almost ethereal plop as the smooth, dark wood breaks the glassy surface, creating tiny concentric ripples that spread outwards in perfect, expanding circles, reflecting the pale sky in their fleeting dance. The water, cool and silken, yields with a delicate resistance as the oar blades dip beneath the surface, a subtle pressure against your hands that guides your movement. You feel the cool, refreshing spray of a few tiny droplets against your cheek, a fleeting, invigorating caress that quickly dissipates into the damp morning air. Then, with a slow, deliberate pull, the oars begin their rhythmic stroke. The sound is a soft, continuous dip-swish-drip, a perfect unhurried cadence that fills the profound stillness of the lake. The tenuous assamp, as the oar blades re-enter the water, is a gentle, muffled sound, followed by the soft swish of the water being displaced as the boat glides forward with effortless grace. Finally, the delicate drip of water, returning from the raised oar blades, a tiny, liquid chime that echoes with surprising clarity, a punctuation mark in the serene symphony. This rhythmic sound, so simple yet so deeply hypnotic, begins to synchronize with your own steady breathing, a profound connection to the ancient rhythm of water and motion. The boat glides forward with an almost imperceptible smoothness, cutting a silent, shimmering path across the dark, glassy surface of the lake. You observe the tiny, fleeting eddies that form in the wake of the oars, swirling patterns of silver and gray that quickly dissolve back into the seamless expanse of the water. The distant, dark outlines of ancient pine trees that fringe the far shore, now clearer as the mist continues to recede, stand like silent sentinels, their deep green hues slowly gaining definition in the brightening light. The quiet calls of distant waterfowl, a soft, ethereal cry that travels across the calm water, add another layer to the profound sense of morning tranquility, a delicate, natural melody. You pause for a moment, resting the oars, allowing the boat to drift with its own gentle momentum. The silence that settles is absolute, broken only by the faint, distant whisper of the wind through the pine needles on the shore. A soft, continuous sigh. The cool, damp air remains fresh and clean, carrying the pure scent of the lake, a grounding aroma that deepens the sense of profound peace. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible rocking of the boat, a gentle sway that cradles you in its fluid embrace, a quiet connection to the immense body of water beneath you. The cool, crisp air of the lakeside, still carrying the pure scent of fresh water and pine, now gives way to a profound, enveloping warmth as you step across the threshold into your vast, sun-drenched conservatory. The rhythmic, soft dip of oars on the calm lake, a gentle memory, is replaced by the delicate, almost imperceptible murmur of humid air, a living breath that fills this glass-enclosed sanctuary. The afternoon light, vibrant and golden, pours through the soaring panes of glass, illuminating a lush, verdant world within, a stark yet welcome contrast to the subdued light of the map room. The heavy, ornate iron door, its surface cool and smooth beneath your hand, closes behind you with a soft, resonant clunk, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a tropical embrace. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably humid and warm, a comforting, pervasive heat that gently relaxes your muscles. It is imbued with a complex, intoxicating perfume of damp earth, rich chlorophyll, and the sweet, heady fragrance of exotic blossoms. A vibrant, natural aroma that invigorates your senses with each slow, deep breath. Your feet, now accustomed to the cool stone of the patio, meet the finely raked gravel path, its subtle crunch, a gentle, grounding sound that connects you to this cultivated wilderness. Your gaze is immediately drawn upwards, towards the soaring glass ceiling, where the golden afternoon sun filters through, creating a dazzling, kaleidoscopic play of light and shadow on the verdant foliage below. The intricate framework of the iron and glass, a testament to meticulous craftsmanship, creates a beautiful, geometric pattern against the bright sky. You observe the tiny, iridescent droplets of condensation clinging to the inner surface of the glass, each one a miniature, shimmering jewel, slowly, almost imperceptibly, making its way downwards, a silent, liquid journey. The air around you feels thick with moisture, a tangible presence that feels deeply nourishing to your lungs. You move slowly, deliberately, along the winding gravel path, bordered on all sides by an astonishing array of exotic plants, their leaves a riot of greens, from the deepest emerald to the palest lime. Your fingers lightly brush against the broad, glossy surface of a banana leaf, feeling its cool, smooth texture, its surprising resilience. The faint, almost imperceptible rustle of the leaves, stirred by the gentle, circulating air, is a delicate whisper that blends seamlessly with the soft, continuous drip of water from unseen irrigation systems. A rhythmic, liquid chime that echoes with surprising clarity in the stillness, a natural symphony of growth. As you venture deeper, your attention is caught by a cascade of vibrant orchids, their delicate petals, a breathtaking display of fuchsia, amethyst, and pristine white. Each blossom is a miniature work of art, its intricate structure and velvety texture inviting a closer, unhurried observation. You lean in slightly, inhaling the sweet, heady fragrance that rises from the blooms, a complex, intoxicating aroma that is both delicate and profoundly sensual. You notice the subtle, almost imperceptible variations in the color of each petal, the delicate veins visible just beneath the surface, a testament to nature's exquisite artistry. The soft ambient light catches on a few tiny, almost invisible hairs on a stem, a micro detail that speaks of the plant's intricate design. From a hidden corner, the soft, melodious chirping of unseen tropical birds drifts through the air, a gentle, rhythmic sound that adds another layer to the profound sense of natural tranquility. It is a quiet, ethereal chorus, a delicate counterpoint to the broader, enveloping hum of the conservatory's climate control system, a steady, rhythmic drone that ensures the perfect environment for this delicate ecosystem. The profound, enveloping warmth and humidity of the conservatory, still carrying the rich, earthy aroma of damp soil and lush foliage, now becomes subtly infused with a new, more concentrated sweetness. The delicate, intoxicating fragrance of rare tropical blooms at midday. The golden afternoon light, vibrant and pervasive, pours through the soaring glass ceiling, illuminating every leaf and petal with an almost ethereal glow, enhancing the sense of a hidden, living paradise. The gentle, rhythmic drip of water from unseen irrigation systems and the soft chirping of tropical birds continue to weave a serene, natural symphony, a constant, soothing presence in this glass-enclosed sanctuary. You move with an unhurried grace, drawn deeper into the verdant heart of the conservatory, following the subtle, sweet scent that intensifies with each step. The finely raked gravel path crunches softly beneath your feet, a gentle, grounding sound that connects you to this cultivated wilderness. Your gaze is drawn to a cluster of magnificent exotic blossoms, their petals a breathtaking display of vibrant hues, a deep velvety crimson, a luminous, almost iridescent gold, and a pristine ethereal white, each one a miniature work of art. The light catches on the delicate, almost translucent edges of their petals, making them appear to glow from within, a quiet, captivating spectacle of natural beauty. You lean in slowly, allowing the delicate, intoxicating fragrance to fill your senses. The scent is complex, a blend of honeyed sweetness, a faint, almost spicy undertone, and a refreshing hint of citrus, a profound, natural perfume that feels both delicate and profoundly sensual. Your nostrils detect the subtle, almost imperceptible variations in the aroma, a deeper sweetness from the crimson petals, a lighter, more ethereal note from the white. You observe the intricate, almost fractal patterns of their delicate stamens and pistils, each one a tiny, perfect structure, a testament to nature's exquisite artistry. The warm, humid air, heavy with this rich fragrance, feels soft and nourishing against your skin, a gentle, pervasive embrace that encourages a deeper, more relaxed breath. Your fingers, with a delicate touch, reach out to lightly brush against the smooth, waxy surface of a broad, dark green leaf, feeling its surprising coolness and resilience. A tiny, almost invisible dewdrop, clinging to its edge, shimmers for a fraction of a second in the golden light, a fleeting jewel. The faint, almost imperceptible rustle of the leaves, stirred by the gentle, circulating air, is a delicate whisper that blends seamlessly with the soft, continuous drip of water, a rhythmic, liquid chime that echoes with surprising clarity in the stillness, a natural melody of growth and life. The cool, smooth stone of a nearby planter feels solid and grounding beneath your palm, a quiet anchor in this fluid, vibrant space. You close your eyes for a moment, allowing the full intensity of the fragrance to wash over you, absorbing its comforting sweetness, its profound, natural essence. You imagine the distant, sun-drenched jungles from which these rare blooms originated, feeling a deep sense of connection to their ancient, wild beauty. When you open your eyes, the vibrant colors of the blossoms seem even more luminous, more alive, imbued with a quiet, ethereal beauty that transcends their simple form. The soft, melodic chirping of the tropical birds, a constant, soothing presence, now seems to weave itself into the very fabric of the fragrant air, a delicate, rhythmic counterpoint to the profound stillness. The conservatory holds you in its quiet embrace, a space where time seems to slow, allowing for a deep appreciation of vibrant life, profound beauty, and the delicate balance of nature. The warm, humid air, the complex, intoxicating scents, and the gentle sounds combine to create a deeply calming atmosphere. The profound, enveloping warmth and humidity of the conservatory, still carrying the intoxicating scent of rare tropical blooms, now gently recedes, replaced by a cool, dry stillness as you step into your minimalist calligraphy studio. The vibrant, golden afternoon light that illuminated the lush foliage is softened here, diffused through tall, translucent rice paper screens, casting a gentle, even glow that invites quiet contemplation. The gentle chirping of tropical birds and the rhythmic drip of water are replaced by an almost absolute silence, a profound quiet that seems to absorb all external sounds, preparing the mind for focused, deliberate work. A sliding wooden door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, glides open with a soft, almost imperceptible asterisk chic, revealing a space of serene simplicity. The door closes behind you with an equally gentle clunk, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a sanctuary of quiet discipline. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably cooler and drier, imbued with a faint, clean scent of fresh paper, subtle ink, and a delicate whisper of polished wood, a pure, unadulterated aroma that speaks of focus and clarity. Your bare feet meet the cool, smooth texture of polished concrete, each step a quiet, grounding connection to this uncluttered, intentional environment. The studio itself is a study in elegant minimalism, its walls a pristine, unadorned white, reflecting the soft, diffused light with a quiet luminosity. The space feels expansive, yet incredibly intimate, designed to eliminate distraction, to encourage a deep internal calm. In the center of the room, a low, wide table of blonde, unstained wood stands, its surface smooth and cool, perfectly clear save for a few meticulously arranged tools. A single, perfectly formed bonsai tree, its ancient, gnarled trunk a pretestament to patient cultivation, sits silently in a shallow ceramic pot near the window, its delicate leaves a vibrant green against the soft light, a living sculpture that embodies serene discipline. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the room's carefully regulated ventilation system, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the perfect environment for delicate materials. You move slowly, deliberately, towards the low wooden table, your movements unhurried, each step a conscious act. As you approach, the subtle scent of fresh, unsized paper becomes more pronounced. A clean, almost starchy aroma that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them. You kneel onto a soft, thick cushion placed before the table, its woven fabric cool and yielding beneath your weight, providing a gentle, stable support. The subtle creak of the cushion, as you settle, is a soft, personal sound, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness. Your gaze settles on the tools arranged on the table, each one a masterpiece of simplicity and function. A slender, polished bamboo brush, its bristles perfectly aligned, rests beside a small, smooth inkstone, its dark, cool surface gleaming faintly. A tiny, porcelain water dropper, intricately shaped like a delicate leaf, sits nearby, its surface cool and smooth, promising the gentle release of a single, perfect drop of water. You reach out, your fingers lightly touching the cool, smooth surface of the inkstone, feeling its subtle weight, its quiet solidity. The faint, almost imperceptible scent of dried, powdered ink, earthy and rich, drifts upwards, a subtle invitation to the ancient art. Beside the inkstone, a stack of pristine, unblemished rice paper sheets awaits, their edges perfectly aligned. You reach out, your fingers gently touching the top sheet. It feels incredibly delicate, almost weightless, yet possesses a subtle, almost imperceptible texture, a fine, fibrous grain that speaks of its natural origin. The cool, dry stillness of the calligraphy studio, still holding the faint scent of fresh paper and polished wood, deepens as you begin the ancient, meditative ritual of grinding ink. The soft, diffused afternoon light, filtering through the translucent rice paper screens, casts a gentle, even glow across the low wooden table, illuminating the simple tools with a quiet reverence. The almost absolute silence is now subtly punctuated by the rhythmic, delicate sound of inkstone against inkstick, a deeply soothing, repetitive presence that seems to absorb all other thoughts. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, pick up the slender, dark inkstick, its surface smooth and cool, perfectly balanced in your hand. You observe its subtle sheen, the fine, almost imperceptible texture of the dried ink, a solid block of concentrated pigment. With a delicate, precise motion, you pick up the tiny porcelain water dropper, intricately shaped like a delicate leaf. You feel the cool, smooth ceramic in your fingers, its subtle weight, a comforting presence. With a gentle tilt, a single, perfect droplet of pure, clear water falls onto the smooth, dark surface of the inkstone, creating a tiny, glistening sphere that catches the soft light for a brief moment before settling. The sound is a delicate, almost imperceptible plink as the water touches the stone, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness. Now, with a slow, deliberate movement, you place the end of the inkstick onto the water droplet on the inkstone. Your hand begins a gentle, rhythmic, circular motion, applying just the lightest, most consistent pressure. The sound that emerges is a soft, continuous, a delicate, almost whispered friction of the inkstick against the smooth stone. It is a sound of patient transformation, of solid becoming liquid, of potential gradually unfolding. The subtle, earthy scent of the dried ink, once faint, now intensifies with each circular pass, releasing a rich, deep aroma that mingles with the clean scent of fresh paper, a grounding, natural perfume that fills your senses without overwhelming them. You continue this slow, deliberate grinding, maintaining the same gentle pressure and consistent rhythm. The esh sound becomes deeply hypnotic, a meditative drone that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to focus solely on the micro-actions unfolding beneath your hands. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible drag of the inkstick as it moves across the stone, the fine particles of pigment slowly releasing into the water, gradually darkening the liquid to a rich, velvety black. The cool, smooth surface of the inkstone beneath the inkstick feels firm and unyielding, a stable foundation for this ancient practice. Your gaze is fixed on the small pool of liquid ink that slowly forms on the stone, its surface shimmering with a deep, lustrous black, a tiny, self-contained universe of profound color. You notice the subtle thickness of the ink, its smooth, almost creamy consistency developing with each passing moment, each circular stroke. The light from the rice paper screens, soft and even, reflects gently off the deepening ink, creating a quiet, captivating interplay of light and shadow within the small pool. The faint, almost imperceptible hum of the ventilation system, a low, steady drone, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, a subtle counterpoint to the rhythmic grinding. You pause for a moment, lifting the inkstick, allowing your eyes to rest on the perfectly prepared ink. The silence that settles is absolute, broken only by the lingering echo of the Ganesh in your mind's ear. The rich, earthy scent of the freshly ground ink hangs heavy in the air, a profound and grounding presence. You feel the subtle warmth in your fingertips from the continuous, gentle motion, a quiet energy that now pulses with a serene readiness. The rich, earthy scent of freshly ground ink, still lingering in the air from the minimalist studio, now gently gives way to a faint, clean aroma of polished leather, aged wood, and a subtle, almost metallic tang as you step into the cool, shadowed interior of your immaculately maintained vintage carriage house. The profound quiet of focused contemplation is replaced by a deeper, more expansive stillness, a quietude that feels almost reverent, as if time itself has slowed to a patient, unhurried breath within these ancient walls. The diffused afternoon light, a soft, muted silver, filters through high, arched windows, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch across the wide, original plank flooring. The heavy, solid oak door, its surface cool and smooth beneath your hand, closes behind you with a soft, resonant thud, a sound that seals away the outside world and immerses you in a sanctuary of preserved history. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably cooler and drier, imbued with a complex, grounding perfume of old engine oil, fine leather upholstery, and the deep, comforting aroma of seasoned timber. A fragrance that speaks of meticulous care and enduring craftsmanship. Your footsteps, now muffled by the thick, woven mats that cover sections of the polished wood floor, make only the softest, most respectful sound, a gentle whisper that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet. The carriage house itself is a testament to timeless elegance and dedicated preservation. High vaulted ceilings, supported by massive, dark timber beams, stretch upwards, creating an expansive yet deeply intimate atmosphere. The walls, constructed of rough-hewn stone, exude a cool, ancient presence, their subtle textures visible even in the subdued light. In the center of the vast space, beneath carefully draped, fine canvas dust covers, stand the silent forms of several vintage automobiles, each one a masterpiece of engineering and design, patiently awaiting their next journey. The air around them feels still and undisturbed, a palpable sense of patient waiting. The only audible sound is the incredibly soft, almost imperceptible hum of the discrete climate control system, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the perfect preservation of these precious vehicles. You move slowly, deliberately, along the wide, clear pathway that winds between the covered vehicles, your movements unhurried, each step a conscious act of observation. As you approach the first form, your gaze is drawn to the subtle, elegant curve of its silhouette beneath the light, breathable fabric. The canvas, a fine, tightly woven material, feels cool and smooth as your hand lightly brushes against its surface, a delicate resistance that hints at the gleaming metal and rich leather beneath. You notice the faint, almost imperceptible dust motes, like tiny, ethereal specks, dancing in the muted shafts of light that penetrate the high windows, performing a slow, silent ballet in the perfectly still air, catching the light in their gentle, unhurried descent. The subtle scent of the canvas, clean and dry, mingles with the deeper aromas of the garage, a quiet blend of old and new. Your fingers, with a delicate touch, trace the soft, yielding drape of the dust cover over what you know to be a polished chrome bumper. You feel the subtle, rounded edge of the metal beneath the fabric, its cool, smooth presence, a familiar sensation, even through the protective layer. The fabric gives slightly, then springs back with a whisper-soft cooage as your hand moves away, a delicate sound that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet. The cool, dry stillness of the vintage carriage house, still carrying the complex scent of old engine oil and seasoned timber, deepens as you carefully lift the fine canvas dust cover from one of the vehicles. The muted afternoon light, filtering through high, arched windows, now fully illuminates the rich, dark leather interior, revealing its subtle textures and deep, inviting sheen. The profound quiet is now subtly punctuated by the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of the air against the newly exposed surfaces, a delicate sound that seems to breathe with the quiet anticipation of meticulous care. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, reach for a soft, finely woven polishing cloth, its pristine white surface, a stark contrast to the rich, deep tones of the leather. The cloth feels incredibly soft and pliable beneath your touch, its delicate fibers promising a gentle, effective caress. You then pick up a small, elegant tin of specialized leather conditioner, its cool, smooth metal surface gleaming faintly in the ambient light. With a soft, almost imperceptible click, the lid yields, revealing a rich, creamy balm, its subtle, earthy aroma of beeswax and natural oils rising delicately, a comforting, familiar fragrance that mingles with the deeper scents of the carriage house. With a slow, deliberate movement, you apply a tiny dollop of the conditioner to the soft cloth. The balm, cool and smooth, absorbs into the fabric with an almost imperceptible luish, a subtle whisper of saturation. Your hand then moves to the passenger seat, its leather a deep, lustrous oxblood red, its surface cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. You begin to work the conditioner into the leather with a gentle, rhythmic, circular motion. The sound that emerges is a soft, continuous swoosha swoosha swoosha, a delicate, almost whispered friction of the soft cloth against the smooth leather. It is a sound of patient nourishment, of restoration, of meticulous care. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible drag of the cloth as it glides across the leather, gradually spreading the conditioner in even, overlapping circles. The leather, once subtly dry, slowly begins to absorb the balm, its surface deepening in color, gaining a richer, more supple texture beneath your touch. The subtle, earthy scent of the beeswax and natural oils intensifies with each circular pass, releasing a rich, comforting aroma that mingles with the deeper, more complex scents of the aged leather and polished wood, a grounding, natural perfume that fills your senses without overwhelming them. The muted light from the high windows catches on the newly conditioned surface, revealing a renewed, profound depth of color and a soft, luminous sheen. You continue this slow, deliberate polishing, maintaining the same gentle pressure and consistent rhythm. The swoosh swoosh sound becomes deeply hypnotic, a meditative drone that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to focus solely on the micro-actions unfolding beneath your hands. You observe the subtle transformation of the leather, its surface becoming increasingly supple and lustrous, each circular movement erasing tiny imperfections, restoring its inherent beauty. The cool, firm support of the seat beneath the leather feels stable and enduring, a quiet foundation for this ancient practice of care. The faint, almost imperceptible hum of the climate control system, a low, steady drone, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, a subtle counterpoint to the rhythmic polishing. You pause for a moment, lifting the cloth, allowing your eyes to rest on the perfectly polished section of the leather. The silence that settles is absolute, broken only by the lingering echo of the swoosh, swoosh, swoosh in your mind's ear. The rich, comforting scent of the leather conditioner hangs heavy in the air, a profound and grounding presence. The rich, comforting scent of polished leather from the carriage house, a memory now gently receding, gives way to a delicate, earthy aroma as you step onto the cool, smooth flagstones of your dedicated tea pavilion. The profound quiet of the afternoon, once filled with the subtle sounds of meticulous polishing, is replaced by a deeper, more expansive stillness, a serene quietude that feels almost reverent, as if the air itself holds its breath in anticipation of the sunset. The fading light, a soft, ethereal gold, filters through the delicate rice paper screens, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch across the polished wooden floor, inviting a quiet contemplation. A low, intricately carved wooden door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, slides open with a soft, almost imperceptible asterisk chic, revealing a space of exquisite simplicity and profound calm. The door closes behind you with an equally gentle clunk, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a sanctuary designed for quiet reflection. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably cooler and drier, imbued with a complex, grounding perfume of aged cedarwood, a faint, sweet whisper of dried tea leaves, and a subtle, almost mineral tang from the nearby stone elements, a pure, unadulterated aroma that speaks of ancient ritual and meticulous care. Your feet, now accustomed to the polished wood of the carriage house, meet the cool, smooth texture of finely woven tatami mats, each step a quiet, grounding connection to this uncluttered, intentional environment. The pavilion itself is a masterpiece of minimalist design, its walls a pristine, unadorned white, reflecting the soft, diffused light with a quiet luminosity. The space feels expansive, yet incredibly intimate, designed to eliminate distraction, to encourage a deep, internal calm. In the center of the room, a low, wide table of dark, lustrous teakwood stands, its surface smooth and cool, perfectly clear save for a few meticulously arranged, ancient tea implements. A single, perfectly formed ikebana arrangement, its delicate branches and blossoms a study in balanced asymmetry, sits silently on a small, polished stand near the window, its vibrant greens and soft whites, a living sculpture that embodies serene discipline. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the room's carefully regulated ventilation system, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the perfect environment for delicate tea leaves. You move slowly, deliberately, towards the low wooden table, your movements unhurried, each step a conscious act. As you approach, the subtle scent of the dried tea leaves becomes more pronounced, a clean, almost grassy aroma that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them. A quiet invitation to the ancient art of tea preparation. You kneel onto a soft, thick cushion placed before the table, its woven fabric cool and yielding beneath your weight, providing a gentle, stable support. The subtle creak of the cushion as you settle is a soft, personal sound, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness. Your gaze settles on the tools arranged on the table, each one a masterpiece of simplicity and function. A small, slender bamboo whisk, its delicate prongs perfectly aligned, rests beside a smooth, dark ceramic bowl, its surface cool and unblemished. A tiny, polished silver scoop, intricately shaped, sits nearby, its surface cool and smooth, promising the gentle transfer of precious tea powder. You reach out, your fingers lightly touching the cool, smooth surface of the ceramic bowl, feeling its subtle weight, its quiet solidity. The faint, almost imperceptible scent of dried matcha, earthy and rich, drifts upwards, a subtle invitation to the ancient ritual. The serene atmosphere of your dedicated tea pavilion at sunset, still holding the delicate, earthy aroma of cedarwood and dried tea leaves, deepens as you begin the slow, precise, and calming ritual of the tea ceremony. The fading light, now a soft, burnished orange, filters through the delicate rice paper screens, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch across the polished wooden floor, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility and quiet anticipation. The profound quiet is now subtly punctuated by the deliberate, unhurried sounds of the tea preparation, a deeply soothing, repetitive presence that seems to absorb all other thoughts. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, reach for the small, elegant tea caddy, its dark, lacquered surface smooth and cool beneath your touch. With a soft, almost imperceptible click, the lid yields, revealing the finely powdered matcha within, its vibrant, emerald green, a striking contrast against the dark interior. The air, cool and dry, carries a pure, concentrated scent of the tea, a clean, almost grassy aroma, with a subtle, sweet undertone that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them. You then pick up the slender, polished bamboo scoop, its delicate curve perfectly designed for its purpose. With a slow, deliberate movement, you carefully scoop a precise measure of the vibrant green matcha powder. The sound is a soft, almost ethereal scrape as the bamboo gently glides across the powdered tea, a delicate whisper of friction. You then transfer the powder into the smooth, dark ceramic tea bowl that rests before you. The fine powder falls with a soft, almost inaudible shush, settling gracefully onto the cool, unblemished surface of the bowl. The light from the screens, now a deeper, richer amber, catches on the tiny airborne particles of green tea, making them shimmer for a brief moment before they disappear into the profound quiet. The cool, smooth ceramic of the bowl feels stable and grounding beneath your fingers, a quiet foundation for this ancient practice. Next, your attention shifts to the elegant, cast-iron tea kettle, its dark, textured surface radiating a gentle warmth. You reach for the delicate, intricately woven handle, its wrapped surface cool and firm in your grasp. With a slow, precise tilt, you pour a stream of hot, steaming water into the bowl, over the matcha powder. The sound is a gentle, continuous jash, pour, a soft, liquid whisper as the water meets the powder, immediately releasing a rich, earthy aroma that intensifies, mingling beautifully with the existing scents of the pavilion. A delicate wisp of steam rises gracefully from the bowl, curling upwards before dissolving into the cool, dry air, carrying with it the full, complex fragrance of the tea. The heat from the water feels subtle, yet pervasive, a tangible warmth emanating from the bowl. You then pick up the bamboo whisk, its numerous fine prongs perfectly aligned. With a slow, deliberate motion, you begin to whisk the tea in the bowl, moving your wrist in a gentle, rhythmic pattern. The sound that emerges is a soft, continuous swish, 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 a delicate, almost whispered frothing of the tea. It is a sound of patient transformation, of water and powder becoming a luminous, vibrant liquid. You observe the subtle formation of tiny, delicate bubbles on the surface of the tea, gradually coalescing into a fine, ethereal foam, a creamy, pale green against the darker liquid. The whisk feels light and balanced in your hand, its subtle vibration, a gentle, rhythmic pulse that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to focus solely on the micro-actions unfolding beneath your hands. The whisking continues, maintaining the same gentle pressure and consistent rhythm until the tea achieves a perfect, velvety consistency, crowned with a delicate, even froth. You pause, lifting the whisk from the bowl with a final soft drip, allowing any remaining liquid to gently fall back into the rich green. The lingering warmth of the tea ceremony, a memory now settling gently within you, gives way to a cooler, more expansive air as you step onto the immaculately raked gravel path of your expansive, quiet sculpture garden. The profound quiet of the tea pavilion, once filled with the deliberate sounds of ritual, is replaced by a deeper, more open stillness, a quietude that feels almost ancient, as if the very landscape holds its breath. The late afternoon light, now a soft, burnished gold, filters through the high canopy of mature trees, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch across the verdant lawns and illuminate the subtle textures of stone and bronze, inviting a quiet contemplation. Your footsteps, unhurried and deliberate, create a soft, rhythmic crunch as the finely crushed gravel yields beneath your bespoke leather loafers. Each step is a gentle punctuation in the profound stillness, a grounding sound that connects you intimately to the cultivated earth. The air here is crisp and clean, carrying a complex, invigorating perfume of damp soil, freshly cut grass, and the subtle, mineral tang of ancient stone, a natural aroma that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them. You take a slow, deep breath, filling your lungs with the cool, fragrant air, feeling a profound sense of anticipation, a quiet readiness for the unhurried journey ahead. Your gaze is drawn to the first sculpture, a monumental piece of polished black granite, its surface gleaming with a deep, liquid luster in the soft golden light. You approach slowly, deliberately, observing how the light catches on its smooth, curving planes, creating subtle, shifting reflections that seem to breathe with an inner life. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, reach out to lightly touch the surface of the granite. It feels exquisitely cool and smooth, its dense, unyielding presence a profound counterpoint to the soft warmth of the afternoon. The subtle, almost imperceptible scent of the mineral-rich stone, a clean, earthy aroma, rises delicately, a quiet whisper of its ancient origins. The profound silence around the sculpture is broken only by the distant, almost imperceptible rustle of leaves in the higher branches of the trees, a soft, continuous sigh that blends seamlessly into the background. You move with a gentle, flowing motion, following a winding path that leads deeper into the garden's embrace. The path here shifts, becoming a soft, yielding bed of finely mulched bark, its dark, earthy texture cushioning your steps, making your presence almost entirely silent. The scent of damp wood and rich, decomposing earth becomes more pronounced, a primal aroma that grounds you in the natural cycle of growth and renewal. Your eyes are caught by a delicate, almost ethereal bamboo grove, its slender green stalk swaying with an almost imperceptible, rhythmic movement in the gentle breeze. The soft, hollow clack of two bamboo stalks gently brushing against each other is a delicate, crystalline sound, a fleeting chime that echoes briefly in the still air before dissipating. Further along the path, a hidden water feature reveals itself, a long, shallow basin crafted from dark, volcanic rock. A thin, steady stream of crystal-clear water flows into it from a discrete source, creating a soft, continuous murmur that fills the immediate space. The water, illuminated by the filtering sunlight, shimmers with a gentle, liquid glow as it cascades over the smooth, rounded edges of the basin, creating tiny, dancing reflections on the surrounding foliage. The sound of the flowing water is incredibly soothing, a pure, natural melody that fills the space without ever feeling intrusive, a gentle, rhythmic sound that invites your mind to quiet itself. You lean in slightly, inhaling the clean mineral scent of the water, mixed with the subtle, earthy tones of the damp rock, a refreshing, invigorating presence. The cool, smooth stone of the bench, where you had rested, now gives way to the familiar, gentle crunch of gravel as you resume your unhurried stroll through the expansive sculpture garden. The late afternoon light, a soft, burnished gold, continues to filter through the high canopy of mature trees, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch across the verdant lawns, subtly shifting with the sun's gentle descent. The profound quiet of the garden, punctuated by the rhythmic drip of the fountain and the soft rustle of leaves, deepens around you, a serene embrace that feels both ancient and intimately personal. Your footsteps, unhurried and deliberate, create a soft, rhythmic crunch, crunch, crunch as the finely crushed gravel yields beneath your bespoke leather loafers. Each step is a gentle punctuation in the profound stillness, a grounding sound that connects you intimately to the cultivated earth. The air here remains crisp and clean, carrying a complex, invigorating perfume of damp soil, freshly cut grass, and the subtle mineral tang of ancient stone, a natural aroma that invigorates your senses without overwhelming them. You take a slow, deep breath, filling your lungs with the cool, fragrant air, feeling a profound sense of ease and quiet presence. As you follow a winding path that leads deeper into a shaded, more secluded section of the garden, the gravel path gradually transitions. Your feet now meet a softer, more yielding surface, a thick, verdant carpet of cool, damp moss. The sensation is immediate and profound. The subtle texture of the moss, incredibly soft and springy, cushions your every step, absorbing all sound. The difference is striking. A quiet chum, replacing the earlier crunch, an almost imperceptible silence underfoot. The moss, a deep, vibrant emerald green, feels exquisitely cool and damp against the fine leather of your shoes, a refreshing touch that speaks of hidden moisture and ancient growth. The air in this shaded alcove is noticeably cooler, imbued with a deeper, richer aroma of damp earth and the sweet, almost ethereal scent of the moss itself, a primal, grounding perfume. You pause, allowing yourself to simply absorb the profound quiet of this moss-covered section. The light here is even more diffused, a soft, dappled green that filters through the dense canopy of ancient trees, creating an ethereal, almost mystical glow. You observe the tiny, delicate fronds of the moss, each one a miniature, intricate structure, clinging gently to the cool, smooth stones that line the path. A few tiny, almost invisible dew-like droplets cling to the tips of the moss, shimmering for a fraction of a second in the dappled light, fleeting jewels of moisture. The subtle, almost imperceptible whisper of the wind through the higher branches of the trees, a soft, continuous sigh, seems to be the only sound, a gentle breath that blends seamlessly into the profound stillness. Your hand, with unhurried grace, reaches towards a large ancient boulder, its surface entirely covered in a thick, velvety layer of this rich green moss. Your fingers lightly brush against its cool, soft texture, feeling its delicate, yielding embrace. The moss feels incredibly plush, almost like a living velvet, its coolness, a stark yet welcome contrast to the warmth of your skin. You notice how it clings to the rough contours of the stone, following every curve and crevice with an organic grace, a testament to its patient, persistent growth over centuries. The faint, earthy scent of the damp moss, intensified by your touch, rises delicately, a quiet whisper of its ancient presence. You continue your slow, deliberate walk, each step a soft, muffled impression on the yielding moss, an almost silent progress through this tranquil space. The path gently curves, leading you further into the deepening shadows, where the light becomes even softer, more mysterious. The cool, damp air of the sculpture garden, still carrying the earthy scent of moss and damp soil, now yields to a profound warmth and quiet as you step into your comfortable study. The soft crunch of gravel and the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees are replaced by the deep, resonant crackle of a fire, a comforting presence that immediately draws your attention. The late afternoon light, which had illuminated the art in the garden, has now faded to a dusky, intimate glow, casting long, peaceful shadows that dance across the rich, dark wood of the room, inviting a deeper, more profound sense of ease. The heavy, solid oak door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, closes behind you with a soft, satisfying thud, sealing away the outside world and immersing you in a sanctuary of quiet comfort. Immediately the air shifts, becoming noticeably warmer and drier, imbued with a complex, grounding perfume of aged leather, polished mahogany, and the sweet, smoky aroma of burning oak. A fragrance that speaks of timeless luxury and profound tranquility. Your footsteps, now muffled by the thick, hand-knotted Persian rug that covers the polished parquet floor, make only the softest, most respectful sound, a gentle whisper that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet. The study itself is a testament to understated elegance and deep comfort. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, crafted from dark, lustrous mahogany, line the walls, stretching upwards towards a coffered ceiling, each panel a testament to meticulous craftsmanship and enduring style. The books, with their leather and cloth bindings, stand in silent rows, a comforting presence of accumulated wisdom. In the center of the room, a grand antique desk of polished oak, its surface smooth and cool, sits quietly, adorned only with a few essential, elegant tools. The only sound is the consistent, rhythmic crackle pop of the fire in the hearth, a natural, soothing presence that fills the space without ever feeling intrusive, a gentle, rhythmic sound that invites your mind to quiet itself. You move slowly, deliberately, towards a deep, generously proportioned leather armchair, positioned invitingly near the grand, carved stone fireplace. The rich, dark brown leather of the armchair, softened by years of quiet use, feels cool and smooth as your hand brushes its surface, promising a comforting embrace. As you slowly sink into its depths, the cushions yield with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, cradling you gently within their contours. The subtle creak of the aged leather is a familiar, soothing sound, a quiet welcome that resonates with the room's enduring character. The direct warmth of the fire, a soft, pervasive heat, begins to spread outwards, gently chasing away any lingering coolness from your walk in the garden, settling deep into your muscles with an almost immediate sense of release. Your gaze is drawn to the dancing flames within the fireplace, a captivating, hypnotic spectacle. The logs, seasoned oak, burn with a steady orange-gold glow, their surfaces shifting and changing with each subtle breath of air. You observe the tiny incandescent sparks that occasionally detach themselves from the burning wood, rising gracefully upwards before dissolving into the dark, cavernous chimney with a soft, almost inaudible hiss. The rhythmic crackle-pop of the burning wood, a constant, soothing presence, becomes a living meditation, a gentle, repetitive sound that encourages your mind to quiet itself, to focus solely on the micro-actions unfolding within the hearth. The subtle, sweet, smoky aroma of the burning oak fills the immediate space, a primal, grounding fragrance that deepens the sense of profound peace. On a small, polished side table within easy reach, a delicate, crystal decanter, filled with a rich, amber liquid, gleams softly in the firelight. Beside it, a single, heavy crystal tumbler, its surface cool and smooth, awaits its purpose. The deep, resonant crackle of the fire, which had been a comforting presence in your study, now softens, gradually receding into a hushed symphony of subtle sounds. As the evening deepens around you, what remains is the profound, pervasive warmth of the hearth, emanating from the heart of the fireplace, and the mesmerizing, slow, hypnotic dance of glowing embers. The dusky, intimate glow that bathed the room has deepened further, now primarily lit by the soft, pulsating light of these smoldering remnants, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch and sway across the rich, dark wood of the room, inviting a deeper, more profound sense of ease and stillness. You remain settled deep within the generous contours of your leather armchair, its softened surface cradling you in a familiar embrace. The rich, dark brown leather feels warm and supple beneath you, a comforting presence that absorbs and holds the gentle heat radiating from the hearth. The air, still imbued with the complex, grounding perfume of aged leather, polished mahogany, and the sweet, smoky aroma of burning oak, now carries a more concentrated, almost balsamic scent from the slowly consumed wood, a fragrance that speaks of timeless tranquility and deep, quiet rest. Your breathing has softened, becoming shallow and even, almost imperceptible, a quiet echo of the profound stillness that envelops the room. Your gaze is fixed on the glowing embers, a captivating, hypnotic spectacle of fading light. What was once the vibrant, active flame has transformed into a bed of deep, pulsating reds and oranges, interspersed with pockets of soft, almost violet light where the heat is most intense. Each ember, a tiny, self-contained universe of slow combustion, glows with a quiet, unwavering intensity, its light soft and pervasive, yet utterly without harshness. You observe the subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in their form, the way a tiny, glowing fragment might detach itself from a larger piece, rolling slowly over the velvety ash with a faint, almost inaudible tamshichu, before settling into its new, quiet place, its light a persistent, soft pulse. The sounds from the hearth are now minimal, delicate whispers in the profound quiet. The earlier crackle pop has given way to an occasional, faint hee, as a hidden pocket of residual sap or gas gently escapes from within a slowly consumed piece of wood, a sound so subtle it might almost be imagined, yet perfectly clear in the surrounding silence. You might hear the soft, almost imperceptible tinkle as a tiny fragment of ash, now cooled, settles onto the growing bed below, a delicate, crystalline sound that quickly dissipates. The air, warm and dry, carries the lingering sweet scent of the oak smoke, a profound and grounding presence that deepens the sense of peace, wrapping around you like an invisible, fragrant blanket. You watch as a particularly large ember, once a prominent log, slowly begins to lose its vibrant outer glow, its edges softening, blurring into the surrounding darkness. Yet its core maintains a deep, intense red, a quiet, persistent heart of warmth. You notice how the light from this single, slow-burning ember casts a subtle, dancing highlight on a nearby brass poker, creating a fleeting gleam that appears and disappears with the ember's gentle pulse, a quiet interplay of light and shadow. The rhythmic, almost imperceptible hum of the house, a low, steady drone from far off, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, a subtle counterpoint to the profound stillness of the room and the hypnotic dance of the embers. The warmth radiating from the hearth is now a soft, pervasive embrace, a gentle heat that thoroughly permeates the room, settling deep into your muscles with an almost complete sense of release. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible warmth on your cheeks, a comforting caress that encourages your eyelids to feel heavy, to gently close. The profound, pervasive warmth of the study, still emanating from the slowly fading embers in the hearth, now gently recedes, replaced by a cool, fresh stillness as you step across the threshold into the hushed luxury of your grand bedroom. The soft, rhythmic pulse of the glowing embers, a memory now settling deep within you, gives way to an almost absolute silence here, a quietude that feels vast and enveloping, subtly prepared for the night's deep rest. The dim, intimate glow that had lit the study has softened further, here replaced by the gentle, ambient light from hidden sconces, casting a tranquil, even illumination across the room, inviting a profound sense of peace. The heavy, solid oak door, its surface smooth and cool beneath your hand, closes behind you with an almost imperceptible asterisk chic, a soft, deliberate sound that seals away any lingering echoes of the day and immerses you fully in this sanctuary of quiet repose. Immediately, the air shifts, becoming noticeably cooler and exquisitely fresh, imbued with a delicate, clean scent of freshly laundered linen, a faint, sweet whisper of lavender from a nearby sachet, and the subtle, almost mineral tang of pristine air, a pure, unadulterated aroma that speaks of meticulous care and profound tranquility. Your bare feet, accustomed to the thick rug of the study, now meet the deep, plush pile of a silken carpet, each step a soft, cushioning embrace, absorbing all sound, making your presence almost entirely silent. The room itself is a testament to understated elegance and deep comfort, meticulously prepared for the night. Tall, expansive windows, draped in heavy, dark velvet curtains, stand as silent guardians, completely obscuring the outside world, allowing no intrusion of light or sound. The walls, painted in a soft, muted dove gray, reflect the gentle ambient light with a quiet luminosity, creating an expansive yet incredibly intimate atmosphere. In the center of the room, the grand four-poster bed stands as the focal point, its dark, polished mahogany frame gleaming softly, its crisp, white bedding, a beacon of inviting comfort. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the room's carefully regulated climate control system, a low, steady drone that blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, ensuring the perfect temperature for undisturbed sleep. You move slowly, deliberately, towards the waiting bed, your movements unhurried, each step a conscious act of transition. As you approach, your gaze is drawn to the precisely turned-down corner of the duvet, a subtle invitation to sink into its depths. The crisp, white linen sheets, stretched taut and smooth, gleam softly in the ambient light, their surface appearing utterly unblemished, a testament to their pristine preparation. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, lightly brush against the edge of the duvet, feeling its incredible softness, its delicate weight, a promise of enveloping warmth. The subtle, almost imperceptible scent of freshly laundered cotton, clean and pure, rises delicately, a quiet whisper of freshness. You continue your slow, deliberate approach, allowing your eyes to trace the delicate, almost invisible stitching along the hem of a pillowcase, a tiny detail speaking of meticulous craftsmanship. The pillows, plump and inviting, are arranged with perfect symmetry, their soft, yielding forms promising gentle support for the head and neck. You lean in slightly, inhaling the faint, sweet aroma of lavender that seems to emanate from the pillow itself, a subtle, calming fragrance that encourages a deeper, more relaxed breath. The soft, ambient light from the sconces catches on the subtle sheen of the high thread count cotton, revealing its incredibly fine weave, its smooth, cool texture. With a final unhurried movement, you reach the bedside, the cool, fresh stillness of your grand bedroom. A sanctuary meticulously prepared for the night now gently beckons you towards the profound comfort of the bed. The delicate, clean scent of freshly laundered linen and the faint whisper of lavender from the sachet on the pillow seem to intensify with each slow, deliberate step towards the waiting expanse of white. The ambient light from hidden sconces, a soft, tranquil glow, illuminates the pristine bedding, inviting an unhurried surrender to its exquisite embrace. With a graceful, unhurried movement, you approach the side of the grand, four-poster bed. Your hand, with a delicate, deliberate touch, reaches towards the precisely turned-down corner of the duvet. The crisp, white linen, cool and smooth beneath your fingertips, feels incredibly inviting, a promise of serene repose. You carefully draw back the duvet and the top sheet, the fabrics separating with a soft, almost imperceptible show-higher whisper, a delicate sound that dissipates quickly into the profound quiet of the room. The air, cool and fresh, seems to part around the movement, then gently settle back into stillness, a subtle, ethereal breath in the hushed space. You then slowly, deliberately lower your body onto the edge of the plush mattress. The surface yields with a soft, comforting sigh, cradling your weight with a gentle, even support that feels perfectly attuned to your form. Your bare feet, which have felt the deep, silken pile of the carpet, now encounter the cool, smooth expanse of the bottom linen sheet. It feels exquisitely soft and dry against your skin, a delicate caress that sends a subtle shiver of profound comfort through you, a sensation that spreads slowly, gently, upwards through your legs. The faint, clean scent of the linen rises, pure and unadulterated, a grounding aroma that deepens the sense of peace, filling your senses with its delicate, almost starchy freshness. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible elasticity of the mattress as it gently conforms to the unique contours of your body, a quiet, yielding embrace that supports you perfectly. With another slow, unhurried motion, you slide your body fully onto the bed, stretching out luxuriously. The cool linen sheets glide effortlessly against your skin, a fluid, continuous sensation of absolute smoothness. You feel the cool fabric against your legs, your arms, your back, a pervasive freshness that is both invigorating and deeply soothing, dissipating any lingering warmth from the day. The pillows, plump and inviting, are already perfectly positioned, arranged with meticulous symmetry. Your head sinks into their soft, yielding depths, feeling the gentle, even support beneath your neck, perfectly cradling your head. The faint, sweet aroma of lavender, subtle yet persistent, rises from the pillows, a calming fragrance that encourages your facial muscles to relax, to soften, to release any last vestiges of tension. The delicate rustle of the pillowcase as your head settles into its perfect resting place is barely audible, a soft, comforting sound that quickly fades into the pervasive quiet. You take a deep, slow breath, allowing your chest to expand fully, feeling the cool, fresh air fill your lungs completely. As you slowly exhale, completely, you notice the subtle rhythm of your own breathing, a gentle wave ebbing and flowing, becoming slower, deeper, more even, a quiet, internal cadence. The soft, gentle hum of the climate control system, a low, steady drone, blends seamlessly into the background, providing a constant, unobtrusive presence, a subtle counterpoint to your own quiet respiration, a continuous, soothing whisper of controlled air. The room's profound quiet settles around you, a vast, enveloping stillness that seems to absorb all external sounds, leaving only the soft, internal rhythms of your own body, a perfect, unblemished silence.